So last week we touched on lesson 15. Lesson 15 we learned how to use the te form. So te form is a grammar form for Japanese words to conjugate into something that can express yourself even more. So for example, we learned these two example sentences here. One is number 1, このテープレコーダーを使ってもいいです。So てもいいです is what we are learning here. So ても, right? If you remember this も particle, right, is like, in a way in English we say also, right? So 使ってもいいです Then we also know いい is like good or okay, right? So 使っても so use also okay. Straightforward, right? That means it's okay to use lah. Which is it's fine to be doing this, it's fine to be doing that, right? 使ってもいいです。Number 2, 私はいいカメラを持っています。So previously we learned います as something that exists, right? So for example, 先生は教室にいます。The teacher exists in the classroom. So same thing, you can still reuse this understanding of います which means like something exists, something. So in this case, 持ってmeans hold. So 持っています right, simply means like I am still doing it or I'm still possessing it. So in this case, カメラを持っています means I'm still holding on to the camera, I'm still in possession of this camera. Right? 持っています Right? I believe lesson 14 we also learned about ています right? Did we? We did, right? Yeah. So what's the difference between this ています here? So this ています as I mentioned, it is still like the existing kind of meaning. So す means smoke, right? So in English, like smoke still exists means we are actually still smoking. It means I'm still in the process or in the act of smoking. I'm still in the act of doing this action. So for this one, it's more of an exist. Right? Then for this one, for lesson 15, we learn 持っています So 持って is hold. So instead of like I'm holding on to a cup, when you have a possession in front, right? The possession here is a camera. So there's a possessions here. So in this case, I am still in possession of this item. Right? So that's a secondary meaning of 持っています Right? So in your textbook, you probably have the full English page. That one will explain to you what is the difference between the one in lesson 14 and what is the difference between the one in lesson 15. Okay, so moving on, we go on to the example lessons last week already. Right? I just didn't talk about Sheet A. I believe in Sheet A you can go through yourself. Then let's talk about the homework, which is lesson 15. Let's go to the homework. Lesson 15. Yes, this one. Okay. So the first practice is the particles. So number 1, で携帯で桜の写真を撮りました。携帯で桜の写真を撮りました。So 携帯で this one we learned in lesson previously we learned in E1, right? So what is the meaning of で here? By, or rather by method of, right? By using something. So in this case, by the telephone, by the smartphone, by the 携帯桜の写真 So 写真 related to sakura, which means it is a photograph of sakura, right? And then we have 写真を撮りました So why we use the O here? Yes, because of the verb behind. So we have an item, which is 写真 So I want the item to somehow interact with the verb. So the interaction is connected by the particle O. Right? So the item O action. Right? The action that I'm going to be interacting with, the action that I'm going to be putting effort into. Right? I use O. Okay, number 1. Yes, Raymond. You want to try reading this, or you want me to read out, then you read for me?
時々高校の友達が思い出します。
Oh, very good. Okay, why not を思い出します Why you use か Yeah, why you use か
Because it's intransitive.
How you know it's intransitive? Did I tell you about it? Or is it in the vocabulary list?
Because I would think you don't need much effort.
Oh, very good eh. Your reasoning quite good eh. Okay, we always say something ga omoimasu. Okay, so this omoimasu right, is a combination of two words lah. So omoimasu plus dashimasu. Omoimasu plus dashimasu. So we haven't learned how to form this kind of verb before, but in this case you just think of it as omoimasu means think, dashimasu means out. So it's like something like in Chinese we say 想出, right? 想出来, right? 想出. So we are combining two verbs together.
This one is not 想念.
Omoidashimasu is like suddenly you recall. It's more of a recall meaning, right?
想念.
So think plus out equals to recall lah. Okay, so recall. So because it's a recall, we don't really actively do something. So it is actually an intransitive verb, that's what Rima has said. So the best particle to put here will be a ga. Right? So every time we see a omoimasu means think. Right? We will learn it very soon. It is a very way it's a very convenient way to say I think. Right? Which us Singaporeans are very good at. So omoimasu, this means think. So whenever we have omoimasu, right, it's always a ga. So it's very similar to wakarimasu. Something ga wakarimasu, something ga omoimasu, something ga omoidashimasu. Alright, so it's not an O here. Huh? Anybody have questions? Okay, next one. Number 2, 静かなところ. 静かなところ. Next. So yeah, I still need some practice on it. Rach, no, just me.
静かなところに住みたいです。
Oh, okay, not bad. Why not O? 静かなところを住みたいです.
Because
It's a place. Very good. Anybody have other answers? Ni is the best one. Okay. So she did a very good job. So she told me because it's a location, right? If you remember, ni is our position particle. Right? Something no soto ni, something no naka ni, something no tonari ni, soba ni, ue ni, shita ni, migi ni. Right? Ni is our position particle. So over here, the verb here is sumitai. Sumitai means I want to live. Right? Live. So it's a position, so I have to tell my position where I want to live. So in this case, 静かなところに. Right? That means in this place I want to live. Or at this place I want to live. Right? Then why not there? 静かなところで住みたいです. Yes? You're not doing an action there? Place of action, you are living there. What? Is that an action? Living is an action? A very good reasoning. Okay, in my opinion, if you use there here, I think it's still allowed. Right? 静かなところで住みたいです. So it's like I want to live at a quiet place. As compared to I want to live in a quiet place. So, ni is more of like you are already nearby the place. Or not really nearby lah, more like it has a more emphasis in terms of you want to live, like you are more eager to live in a quiet place rather than de sumitai. Like de feels like I just want to live at a quiet place. So it's like there's a chance I might not want to. So in this case, ni is a bit more, in terms of emphasis, is stronger, that you want to live in a quiet place rather than de live at a quiet place. But I like your arguments. But honestly, in this case, ni and de both are fine to use. Right? 静かなところに住みたいです. 静かなところで住みたいです. Right? So what I mean by stronger emphasis is, remember I told you ni is for heya ni, somewhere smaller, right? So it's more like you already decided where you want to stay. De is just in general, like, oh, I just want to live at a quiet place. Right? Maybe you have not thought about where exactly, but roughly in that direction. That's what I mean by less emphasis. Right? That is more in terms, it's more wide lah, it's more general. It's a more general way to put it. Then in that case, why not air? Yes, why not air? Why air can or cannot? 静なところへ住みたいです。Can She said can Anybody want to say can also? The condition for using へ is
I wanna go there.
where's my directional verb?
No, meh?
Don't have directional verb, so why can use へ? Right, I need my directional verb. Right, 静なところへ住みたいです。I need my directional verb. So in this case, like you're not moving there, right? You're just saying I want to live there. But you're not in like moving there, or like in a way like you're moving yourself, or you're planning to already move there. Right? So there's another way to like combine this sumimasu and the directional verb together lah. But that one is higher level grammar. Then in that case, then you can use へ because there's a directional verb pegged to it as well. Right? For now, there's no directional verb, so we will stick to に or で. Number 3. だな Yes, Wayne.
棚の上のカタログをもらってもいいですか？
Very good. 棚の上のカタログをもらってもいいですか? So in this case, why we say 上のカタログ instead of 上にカタログ? Why do we use no instead of に? Anybody want to try to answer this? Right. I mean, the catalog is on the shelf, right? So, catalog is related to 上. And then 上 is related to 棚. Like that.
Is it so that the whole phrase can become the noun?
There's the whole phrase become the noun. As in what phrase? 棚.
棚の上のカタログ。
Then like that, if it's our subject, or rather as a noun as you say, then like that we should use を. We should use は already. Right. Okay. Listen to this. 棚の上にカタログをもらってもいいですか? Sounds weird, right? Like you want to say that the catalog exists like on top of the shelf. But in this case, our behind part, もらってもいいですか? Is it okay to receive? Is it okay to receive? So it's like, it's not, you're asking somebody to, like you're asking somebody whether you can take from there, right? So, remember we learned this thing called location, ni, hi. Remember we learned this thing called location, ni, arimasu. Right? So in this case, if you want to use ni, we actually need to put あります in. Right? So you'll be like 棚の上に and then あります we need to change to a casual form. So あります is changed to ある. So 棚の上にあるカタログをもらってもいいですか? Like that is correct. Right? But we cannot use に alone because so what if we tell the position like 上にカタログをもらってもいいですか? に is a location marker, but you need to say like there is this thing on top of the locker before you can ask whether you can take it, right? So you need to tell the person like there is this catalog above the locker, is it possible to take it? So in this case, we don't really use need because we are missing the word ある, which is short form for あります. Alright? So, I mean, we haven't learned this ある yet, but in a way, I'm explaining to you, we cannot use need because need has to be paired with the existence あります. The word for existence, which is あります. But in this case, we only have that limited space lah. So the best particle here is of course a no. Alright, so 棚の上, right? 棚の上, 上 is related to the 棚, which means like above the shelf. Then the catalog also belong to above the shelf. Right? The catalog also belongs to above the shelf. So that's why we can put two no. So we are trying to say the catalog above the shelf, can I receive? Right? This is why we use no over ni. because we are just trying to say like oh, the catalog above the shelf. We are not trying to say that the catalog exists above the shelf, but we are just casually saying, oh, can I receive the one above? Hi, yeah, can we receive the catalog above the shelf? That's all. Alright, so ni is out. Okay, you want to see? I think they are coming already. I think usually they will be there early one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, number 4. We are on lesson 15 homework. Number 4, square.
机の上で資料を置きました。
Okay, same thing as number 3. We don't use you use there, is it? Square no ue there, like above the table. But in this case, let me think. Because that is okay, that can, but in this case, the next word is shirio. So, in a way, like, it's very hard to put there here because immediately after that will be our verb usually, right? So if you want to put there, it will be more of a like shirio wa tsukue no ue de okimashita. Then that one is correct. However, in this case, we have no choice because we are just saying that the shirio that is on top of the table. So both will still continue to use no. Right? So the information on top of the table, right, I placed. So we'll still use okimashita. So tsukue no ue no shirio. Sorry, I just realized something. Wait. Tsukue no ue. Sorry. We don't use no for the second one. Instead, we use ni. Let me explain. 机の上に資料を置きました。Okay. So why just now we cannot use ni and then now we can use ni? Okay, for now, 置きました is like we put something somewhere. Right? It's actually a positional verb. Okay, I know this is confusing you guys. So when we want to say like something is placed somewhere, so in a way we have to use the ni particle to signify that, oh, I put it like in this place. Alright, so in this case, 机の上に資料を置きました。The previous sentence, もらってもいいですか? That one is a receiving, giving, receiving verb. That one is more suitable if there is no, like you don't really state, it's not a location verb. So we don't use the ni or we don't use the in that place. Instead we say that the catalog that is above the shelf. But in this case, on top of the table, ni, right? And on top of the table, ni, I put the information sheet. Am I explaining well? I know I'm confusing you guys, but then coming from experience, moratte mo ii is a giving and receiving action verb. So in that case, o will be the best combination. Then when we say this, we are trying to make everything here together as the item that we are giving, right? So we are describing that this catalog is above the table, like it belongs to the above the shelf. So above the shelf, we think of it in Chinese 那个橱的上面的 catalog 我可以拿吗？ Like 我可以收下吗？ So as compared to when we put a ni there, alright, ni in Chinese is what? Don't have, right? I don't think so. I don't think I translated ni for you guys. 在. Anyway, even if we use 在 right, 在橱上面的 catalog, 在橱的上面的 catalog, we still have to use the no, you see. So in a way, right, I mean 在 is arimasu also lah. So this is why the need has to be accompanied by something else actually. If you want to use a need over here, if you want to use a need, we have to use it with arimasu. But however, if you want to say this, because the shiryo haven't existed there yet, right? You are just about to put down the thing. So even if you use a ni arimasu for this one, right? Like tsukue no ue ni aru shiryo o okimashita. It's not exist there yet. So we don't use ni arimasu. Instead we use ni. That means that I put on the table. Okay, you recall all the way back to heya ni hairimasu. Have you entered the room yet? Not yet. Right? So in that case, we haven't put down the paper. We haven't put down the thing, so we cannot use ni arimasu. Instead, we use ni only. So we are skipping the existence particle. Like we are skipping the existence arimasu lah. So the difference between these two sentences, the main difference is because of the verb. So this morate mo ii desu ka is just an action verb, right? So we have to mention everything that was. We are describing the location of this catalog. Like the catalog belong to above the shelf. That's the first one. Second one, we are just saying, oh, I place it at this location. Right? Or I place it in this location. In this case, tsukue no ue ni shiryo o okimashita. Then why don't we use no? Tsukue no ue no shiryo o okimashita. In that case, the meaning entirely changed. It just means that the information 桌子上的资料我放了，那你放哪里？ Right? You're not giving the answer. It's a very awkward way to say. If you use note for both. We are at number 4 right now. In case you're lost. So number 4, we don't use note because if we change this to no, if we change this to no, tsukue no ue no shiryo o okimashita. I place the documents that was on the table. Right? That means the table used to have a document, but you already placed it. But place where you never say lah. But however, nobody will say this normally, right? Nobody will phrase it in this way normally. So instead, we change it to ni. Right? So tsukue no ue ni. So to the table, on top of the table, I put the information. So in this case, it sounds more natural. Like I put the information to the table. Then, however, the one above, the catalog is already on the table. Like, how do you use this morate mo? Like, receive to the shelf. Right? No way, right? So you have to say that this thing already existed on the shelf. That's why can I receive it? Confusing you guys? I can repeat. I can explain again from zero. I can explain from zero again. Wait. Okay. Okay. First and foremost, we look at the verb first. Moraimasu. Moraimasu means receive, right? So this is receive. Then the next one is okimasu, which means put. So if you want to say receive, it's more like we have to receive from a place. Right? We receive from a place. Then put will be put down to a place or put down at a place, right? That means it's like a giving, in a way like it's a giving lah, but it's put somewhere. So you have a location verb here. That means you have to mention the location that you put. Right? So put somewhere. So okay, we don't undisputed this front part we don't need to discuss that. So now we want to say ue no catalogu o moratte. So in this case, we want to say, can I receive the catalog from the shelf? Or can I receive the catalog from above the shelf? Right, so you're asking for permission. Receive from somewhere, from above the shelf. Right? In this case, you want to put to somewhere. Right? You want to put something to somewhere. So we use ni instead. Right? I want to put this document on top of the table. Or rather, I place the document on top of the table. Rather than like I put the document that was on the table. Right? If we use no, if we change the need to a no, 机の上の資料を置きました。I placed the documents on the table somewhere else. But you never specify where the somewhere else. It's just like, it's like indirectly saying I took the documents that was on the table. So it's a very unnatural way to phrase it, that if you use the no, it's a very unusual way to phrase it that way. So in this case, there's the only possibility is you placed it on the table. You place it to the table. So, 机の上に置きました。Okay, it all depends on the verb actually, you see. It all depends on the verb. Like the verb, is it a receive from, is it a give to, or is it a put at? So it really depends on the verb. Then Jun mentioned like the fourth one, like 机の上で right, 資料を置きました。So I know there is at, but this there is more of a place of action, like something is happening. Okay, so in this case, okimasu is not a very, it's like it's not a place of occurrence. It's more like you put it there, you put it in there, right? It's not really like you are standing on the table and then you're doing something. Right? So it's not really a place of action, but a place that is a recipient of the action in a way. So you think of it as put to. I put to the table. I put onto the table. Right? Rather than I put at the table. Right? Think of it as I put onto the table. So it's a to lah. To will be ni, right? So some verbs like haidimasu, and one is entering into. Then this is like okimasu. Ni okimasu is like putting onto. Right? So different verbs will cause the particle to be a bit different. So you have to think about the verbs more rather than you think about the particle more, because the verb will likely tell you what the particle will be. Right? For transitive, it's going to be a ga. Right? Omoi, the first one, right? Omoi dashimasu. Omoi dashimasu come from the word omoimasu. Omoimasu means to think. It is a passive action. It's an intransitive verb. So something ga, omoi dashimasu. Right? Then the bottom one, moratte mo ii desu ka? Like, is it okay to receive from? Receive from above the shelf. Then okimashita. Okimasu means put onto, or put to something. Right? So more thought is put into the verbs lah. You have to think about the verbs more. Alright, everybody now more clearer? Can ah? Okay, then the fifth one, Damon.
ご家族はどちらをいらっしゃいますか?
Okay, you haven't learned いらっしゃいます but actually you all learned before already lah. いらっしゃいます is wait, have not, right? Have or have not? Okay, basically いらっしゃいます is the honorific version of います. Okay, so we learned います in lesson 10 E1, right? So you want to change your particle? Ga. Thank you. Right? ご家族はどちらがいらっしゃいますか? So basically something ga imasu, like the person exists, right? The person is there. So in this case, どちら means like which one is around, right? Which one is at home lah. So いらっしゃいます is just like around, like who is existing here, who is around here. So いらっしゃいます. So ご家族はどちらがいますか? Actually どちらが is a bit weird to use in this context. They should have said どなたがいらっしゃいますか? Like who is around, rather than which family member is around. Alright, I mean still not wrong, but who is a better way, right? どなたがいらっしゃいますか? If you want to ask about their family member, where are the family member, then you can use どこにいらっしゃいますか? Right? To where they exist, right? どこにいらっしゃいますか? Okay, so wa and ga, いらっしゃいます. いらっしゃいます is just a honorific version of います. That means the person exists. Polite way to say someone exists. Okay, moving on to number 2. We have a lot of verbs here, so you just need to change it to the te form. Okay, we will start with the example. で、このハサミを使います. 使います change to te form. 使って. So it's a group 1. 使います. The e change to the double consonant て。So 使ってもいいですか So 使ってもいいですか So is it okay to use? Okay, number one, エアコンを Yes, Rachel. つけてもいいですか Thank you. Right? つけます。つけて。Right? つけて is group 2. つけて is group 2. Right? Which means つけ means to turn on, right? To switch on, to turn on. Number 2 in 鉛筆で Want to try again? 書き手じゃなくて書きます is group 1. There's only 3 or 1, 2, 3 only. Group 2 ah? No lah. Group 1. 3 is only shimasu. Group 1. Then group 1 when we have the second letter ki, what do you change to? I give you an example ah. Kikimasu, I change to kiite. So kakimasu? Kaite. Thank you. Kaite. Right, this is group 1. So kaite. Kaite mo ii desu ka? It's a group 1 ah. Kakimasu is a group 1. Right, you have to memorize ah. Okay, next we have Hazel. 窓を開けてもいいですか Very good. Group 1 ah. 開けて You didn't do anything special, right? You just drop the mask and put in the te. So must be a group. 3 is shimasu only. Where got shimasu? Don't have. Group 2. Group 2. Okay, the unique features of group 1 is they change to don't know what lah. Their change is like very random. Then the thing about group 2 is their change is more constant, right? I drop the mask, I put in a te. Right? Then group 3 is even easier. It's just shimasu change to shite. Right? Group 3 is a very easy one. Shimasu change to shite. Then group 2 is the one that is also semi-easy. Drop the mask, put in the te also. But then they don't need to be shimasu. Right? Don't need to be like unten shimasu, benkyo shimasu. Right? And as long as they don't end with shimasu, then confirm a group 2. If it's a shimasu, then it's group 3. Then group 1 also got shimasu. But this shimasu acts like a group 2. Remember? Group 1 also have shimasu. Something shimasu. It's just like, for example, keshimasu. Keshimasu is group 1. Right, you look at your group 1 and then the bottom rightmost column. Correct? Yeah, correct, right? Yeah. Right? Kashimasu. Hanashimasu. Right? So these are all group 1. Group 1 also have this shimasu thing. Then this shimasu acts like a group 2. Just drop the mask, put in the tail only. Right? But then I don't know why they are still considered group 1. I mean the designer of this language decided these people will be in group 1. Okay, so have to memorize. But anyways, very good. 開けてもいいです。開けてもいいですか？開けてもいいですか？ Right? I mean, so far we have learned 開けてもいいですか? Right? Ka is the question mark, right? It's the ask for permission. So what if we don't have the ka? 開けてもいいです。It's okay to open. It is okay to open. That means you are giving permission. Right? I don't mind. You just open now. Right? The kind of meaning. Next. Number 4. Back to Raymond. このカタログをOkay, good. もらってもいいですか？もらってもいいですか？ Like, is it okay to receive? Group what? 1. Right? Because it changes to don't know what. もらいます。The E change to double consonant te. Okay. Number 5. Jasmine, この川でOkay, very good. So, 泳ぎます change to 泳いで not てで de 泳いで So, 泳いではいけません Right? 泳いではいけません泳いで Okay, 泳いでいけません。泳いで。I write wrong, man. Why you look like I write wrong? Maybe it's you write wrong or not me. 泳いでいけません. So, we haven't talked about this いけません before, but they introduce here lah. Okay? Some of you might have already read the English notes, right? So they tell you いけません means cannot do, right? It's a no-go, right? It's like, oh, no, we learned this in the conversation. Yes, something はいけません. So, いけません simply means cannot go or cannot do, right? So when we say the te form plus はいけません means, remember は means subject, right? So whatever that's in front, this subject, no go. So this subject, NG. Right? You're just telling people, oh, you cannot do this. Please don't do this. Right? ではいけない。いけません. So いけません is a higher level grammar. Basically, it comes from the word いきます. いきます, いけます. Right? It's a higher level grammar. So this いけます is just to show like the potential of cannot do this thing. Right? You will learn this in E3, so don't worry about it now. Just learn it as はいけません. Means NG, no go. Alright? Something はいけません, that means that something is no go. Right? If you continue to go, then the Japanese people hate you. Okay, next. Number 6. 惠に子供は
子供はタバコを吸ってはいけません。
Very good. 吸ってはいけません. Group 1. Right? 吸ってはいけません. So that means smoke is no go. Smoke the cigarette is no go for children. That means cannot lah. Okay? Cannot. Number 7. 教室でお酒を Yes, Jun.
教室でお酒を飲んではいけません。
飲んではいけません. Thank you. So, 飲みます is group 1, 2, 3. Only 3 numbers only. 1 lah. Why 2? I just said 2 is very easy. Just drop the mask, put in te only. Alright, so this is not drop the mask. Drop the te and put in drop the mask and put in te, right? It's not, right? So it's a group 1. Okay, so group 1. 飲んではいけません. So you ask me why I keep asking this group thing, because this group thing is very important. The 9 form, which is the negative form, then there's also there's a lot of other forms that you need to know whether it's a group 1 or a group 2. So this is why I'm still drilling you whether it's a group 1 or a group 2. It's still very important to know whether it's group 1 or group 2. Because the other forms will depend on whether it's a group 1 or group 2 again. Okay, next, number 3. で、兄の会社は So this subject is about 兄の会社. 兄 is younger or older brother? Older brother. 兄の会社は電気製品を作っています。Right? So his company is electronics を作っています。That means the company is making electronics. Right? Why do I say making? Because 作っています。That means he is still in the process of making. Right? Still producing. Sorry. So 作って can mean two things. It can mean making, can mean producing. It has two meaning. So you can say like I make handicraft. You still use this 作ります. I produce handicraft is also 作ります. So yeah. But as long as you see this 作って or 作ります, something is being made. Something is being produced. 作っています. His company is producing electronic goods. Okay, number 1. だもんタワポンさんは学校の近くに住んでいます。Did they give it a side or they did? Yeah, I know I smart already. I look at the side first. Okay, 住んでいます. Yes, thank you. Right, group 1, group 2, group 3? 1. Group 1, 住んでいます. Number 2, 弟は結婚していません. Thank you. This is group what? 3. Because of the she must, right? 結婚します. 結婚していません. So she is still not married, like still in the existent phase of not being married. Right? So not married. So 結婚していません. So 結婚しません versus 結婚していません. Do you know the main difference? 結婚しません means I do not marry. Kekkon shite imasen means I am not married. I'm still not in the existent phase of being married lah. Okay, I'm not married. I'm still not married. Right? So please, when you reject someone, right, don't tell people the wrong thing. Right? Kekkon shimasen is like you forever don't want to marry. Kekkon shite imasen means I'm currently not married, but I'm open. Right? So next, number 3. Karina-san wa SE.
カリナさんは日本の
美術
美術を
Okay, uteimasu, right, comes from the word urimasu. I mean, you're correct lah. The form is correct, but it's not the best word to use in this condition, in this situation. Why? Because uteimasu, you need to have the object to sell, right? So in this case, are we using an object particle here? We are using a o particle here. So in a way, like usually this uteimasu, something, it has to come with a ga. Something ga uteimasu, right? It has to have an object. But in this case, furui bijutsu, right, ancient arts, is not an object. It's just a think of it as a secondary subject lah. Okay, but we don't say we sell ancient arts. In this case, a better way to say is research. Right? Research. Anybody know what's the word for research? Everybody would. Huh? Kenkyu. Okay, Kenkyu is group what? 3. So E, you want to try? 研究しています。Waiting for you to finish. Okay, 研究しています。Thank you. So yeah, urimasu is more of you sell something, or you sell somewhere, right? So we don't really use o with urimasu. You see. Okay, number 4. Sorry. 日本の古い美術を持っています。Okay, this 美術 right is a very, how do I say like like visual arts. Is it an object? Is it a physical object? Like for example, I like arts, but the arts that I'm saying is not the physical object kind of arts. It's just like a how do you describe it? Like category rather than an object. So there's no physical object to sell. There's no physical object to hold. You see, so it's more of a like I study this category of things. Yeah. Thank you, category. Yeah. So that's why I rejected the selling. I also rejected the holding, because it's not a physical object. So if you want to say physical object, you will say like furui, like ancient art, is it like Mona Lisa like that, is it? Then you will say like furui e とか furui e or furui 作品 is 作品 so ancient in what's 作品 in English? Ancient artifact. Thank you. Ancient, my English is trash. Okay, ancient artifact. So artifact is the object. Then you like that you can say sell, you can say hold. Yeah, but however, bijutsu is like arts, visual arts. It's a very general kind of categorizing things lah. Yeah, so we don't say urimasu or we don't say motemasu. Okay, next, number 4. Hazel, is it? Yeah. Kawapon-san wa?
カワボンさんは働いていません。学生です。
Thank you. Okay, so hatarakimasu is group 1 to 3. 1. Thank you. Right, because it changed it to don't know what. Right. So hataraite. So group 1, hataraite. Same as just now the kakimasu, kikimasu. Right? The second letter is not second letter, but the letter just before mas is a ki. So ki will change to ite. So hataraite imasen. So imasen means not. So he's currently in the phase that he's not working. Right? He's not working. Then the pronunciation for gakuse, don't need to pronounce the U. So it's not gakuse. It's not gakuse, gakuse. Right? The U is silent. Gakuse. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, gakse. The U is silent. Like taxi, right? You don't say takushi. The U is silent. Next, number 5. どこで電子辞書を Raymond?
打っていますか？
Okay. 売っていますか? Okay, Ken. どこで辞書を売っていますか? So just now I said usually 売ります we need to pair with ga, right? Ga is the object. Right? So in this case, why we use o is remember the example where there was a o or a ga, right? So the textbook lah. So periodically it is okay to be using o and ga interchangeably, although I would prefer a ga here lah. So remember we actually talk about the wa ga. Where is it? Yeah, over here. So in this case, mimas is the action of seeing, right? You can think of it as, wow, I have to pay attention to the movie. I have to put in effort to actually watch with my eyes. Although I'm not doing anything much, I'm just watching. Right? So in this case, we can argue that it's a ga. That means we have to watch something, object, we have to watch an object. So watch. But also we can also interchange and argue, say that because this watching is something that we put in effort, so we can use a o as well. So there are situations like this, we can use o and ga interchangeably, depending on what you want to emphasize. Are you emphasizing on the object? Then you use ga. If you are emphasizing on the action, then you use o. Right? In this case, the person here, if he chooses to use o, that means he's focusing on where sell dictionary. Right? If you want to emphasize, sorry, not dictionary, dictionary, electronic dictionary. So in this case, he's not focusing on the electronic dictionary part, he's focusing on more of the where got sell. Like he know where can buy, but he said where got sell. Right? So in this case, he want to focus on the uteimasu ka. Right? So where got sell? Right? In English, we say where got sell and where can buy, right? Can buy. So this can is possibility of doing something, right? So you'll be higher level grammar lah. So we cannot substitute this uteimasu ka with katteimasu, right? Buying, right? Buying. You cannot replace it with buying. Alright, so in this case, we can only use where is selling. We cannot say like where I can buying. I mean, it's very weird, right? Where I can buying. Right, where I can buy also very weird. So in this case, where can buy, this one we will learn in a higher level, how to use can and buy. Basically, it's the can conjugation. Can one, can do one, can. Okay. Number 6. サントさんの住所。Yes, sir. Jasmine.
安藤さんの住所を知っていますか?
Okay, 知っていますか? So are you like still in the know? Like, are you still aware of where he live? Right. So are you still knowing of where his address is? Number 7. テレーザちゃんは自転車を乗っていますか？乗ってます。Oh, 持っています。Okay, sorry. Yes. Okay, so 持っています。Then in this case, why not we use ga? Can also, because it's an object that we can own. So 自転車が持っています。自転車を持っています。Either one is fine. This o and ga, as long as is an item that, if you want to emphasize on the item instead, then we use ga. If you want to emphasize on the act of holding or the possession, then you use o. Okay, next page, 4A. A says, 旅行の写真を見ます。Change to 見て。This is group 2. Right? 見ます change to 見て。見てもいいですか? So, 見てもいいですか? Is it okay to see? So, is it okay to see the trip photos? Right? Then B says, 一緒に見ます。Change to 見ましょう。 right? Marshal form is very easy. We just drop the mas, put in the marshal only. Right? Simply easy. So, 一緒に見ましょう. So, 見ましょう has two meaning, right? One is, shall we see together? The other one is, let's see together. Right? So, both, one of it is inviting you to do something. The other one is, like, just saying that we should do something together. Right? So, 一緒に見ましょうか? 一緒に見ましょう. So, let's see together. 1A. Jun, ここに. Okay, 置きます change to 置いて. Group number 1. Right? Because 置きます change to 置いて. 置いて. So, 置いてもいいですか? Right? 置いてもいいですか? So, ここに荷物を置いてもいいですか? So, is it okay to put my items here? Right? So, in Japanese, I know it's like ここに, so it's like opposite lah. Here, things, put can. So, in the way that the literal phrasing is like that lah. Here, things, put can. Yeah. So, in English, we say like, can I put my things here? Okay, can I put things here? Okay, B says, ここはちょっと. So, ここはちょっと, he now finish the sentence lah. But can you understand what he's trying to say? Can or cannot put? Cannot put. Then, what does he mean? Like, what cannot? Is it he don't want to help you put? Or this place cannot put at all? Why did he reject you? I mean, he already said the rejection lah. So he said ここはちょっと. So he already mentioned the place. So here a little bit cannot lah. So in a way like he's trying to, he never finish the sentence, but when he said like, oh, here a bit, he don't finish the sentence. But the problem is because of here. So the problem is because of here. So to the listener, oh, here is not good, then you can propose another place. Right? He's not saying that, oh, 私はちょっと. Right? He never said he about him. So that means the problem doesn't lie with him, the problem lies with the location. So if you propose a new location, maybe he's okay. Alright, so the problem don't lie with him, but lie with the location. Right? It's important to understand what is exactly the problem here. すみませんが、あちらに Continue? Yes, Jun. あちらに置いてください. Take form, because take ください. So we learn in lesson 14, take ください means please do something. Like please do that verb, right? So 置いてください. So please put that thing over there. Okay, group number 2, A. 疲れました。ちょっと休み. Here's the one. ちょっと休み.
ました。
Yeah.
ちょっと休んでもいいですか？
休んでもいいですか? Very good. Next one. A.
私も疲れましたから休みましょう。
休みましょう. Thank you. A. 私も疲れましたから休みましょう. Right? 休みます. Just drop the must, put in the ましょう. ましょう very easy. Right? 休みましょう. So let's rest together. Right? 休んでもいいですか? 休みましょう. 休んで. Right? Group 1. 休みます. 休みます is group 1. So me change to んで. 休んで. Number 3. A says, 失礼ですが、お仕事は? Of course, he never finished the question, but the question we all know 仕事は何ですか? Right? So, お仕事は何ですか? 教師です. Right? You see, they don't say sensei です. Sensei is just like, it's a salutation. It's more of a, sensei is more of a greeting. Polite, like teacher something. For example, a teacher band, right? Teacher something. But if you want to talk about the job, we don't say sensei です. We more like we say 教師です. Right? We will say like 教師 instead of 老師. Right? 老師 is more just band 老師 that kind of thing. Right? So if you want to say like the job, it's more like 教師. Okay, 教師です. 高校で美術を Who is next? Yes, Rachel. 教えています. So he is still in the exist like in the phase where he's still teaching, like he's still right there, he's still doing the action of teaching, right? 教えています by the way, is group 2 教えて is group 2, right? We don't need to change anything, we just drop the mas and put in the te only. So 教えています so group 2. Okay, あなたは then he never mentioned the end of the question again, but basically he's asking あなたは仕事は何ですか? Okay, so basically he's supposed to say like あなたの仕事は何ですか? But so weird to say あなたのso weird, right? So あなたは right? So it's like about you. How about you? Right? How about you? あなたは Okay, then C replies. How come C? A, B, then A, then after that C replies. Someone new just came in. Okay, C. 学生です。日本語学校で日本語を勉強しています。Thank you. 勉強しています。Alright, 勉強します。You saw the します already, so it's a group 3. So group 3, all the します change to して。Very easy, so 勉強します。So 勉強しています。来年から
日本の会社で働いて
タイフォーム働きたいです。Right, this one, the Thai is the same as masho. We just simply just drop the mas and put it in only. Right, so 働きます. We drop the mas, we put in the Thai. 働きたいです。働きたいです. We just drop the mas only. So this is why when we are learning the Thai form and the masho form, right, the textbook never say like group 1, group 2 or group 3. Because it doesn't matter whether it's group 1, group 2, group 3. Just drop the mas and put the respective form in only. Right, this one we don't need to know. Group 1, group 2 or group 3. Okay, let's move on. 4. 日曜日に美術館へ絵を Yes, E. Okay, 見に行きます. Thank you. So this 見に, we learned this に before, right? So this 見に is like for the purpose of viewing, I go. Alright, for the purpose of viewing, I go. Right, 見に行きます. Right? So in this case, since we have a 行きます at the back, this is why we have a へ in the center of the sentence. Right, we need to have somewhere to go to. Right, a directional verb. So we have a へ there. So 美術館へへ right, it's pronounced the same thing. So it's like 美術館へへ oh. We have a pause in between. We don't pronounce the へ together. Right, we have a pause there, of course. Right, 美術館へ絵を見に行きます. Right, next one. Okay, I will ask the next person. Hazel, 私も行きたいです. Thank you. 一緒に Next one already. 一緒に Next one. 行きます change to something more いいですか? Wrong. They want group 2 already. But it's a group 1. It's a special group 1 some more. Right. Just now we say kikimasu change to kiite. So ikimasu change to you see the asterisk in your textbook? It's on the leftmost column, top leftmost. Top leftmost box. You see the asterisk? Yeah. So what does it say? The one below the box. At the bottom of the box. Bottom of the box. Yeah. Ite. Right? So you see, ikimasu, I know the word just before mas is ki. So ki, if you think about it, kikimasu change to kiite. Kakimasu change to kaite. Hatarakimasu change to hataraite. So should be ite, right? So ikimasu change to iite. No such thing, right? Iite. Sounds very weird also. So this is why it is a special one in group 1. So you see the asterisk in your textbook. Ikimasu change to ite. Right? Ite. So in this case, 一緒に行っても いいですか一緒に行ってもいいですか Alright, so please take note of this special guy, 行っても Anyway, the direction particles always give a lot of trouble lah. In group 3 also, all the shima, then suddenly got one kima change to kite. Alright, so all this directional verb is very special. Okay, then A, Hazel A replies, 一緒に Very good, 行きましょう simple. Don't need to change anything, just drop the mas only. Alright, 行きましょう Right, 一緒に行きましょう Next, B says, 美術館で This is for Raymond, 美術館で写真を撮ってもいいですか Group what? Group 1, right? Because we have a R-I, D. 撮ります So 撮り D will change to double consonant 撮って Right? 撮っています That means can I be taking photos? Right? You want to be the constant. You're asking for permission to take photos. Right? So 撮ってもいいですか Then A says いいえ、行けません。行けません。Right? 行けません means cannot go. Which is like NG for us lah. No go, no go. No go. Right? You want to take photos? No go. Photos NG. Right? Anyway, the NG thing born from Japanese people. The NG, like the way how English people nowadays they say NG, it all came from Japanese people, because they are the one who they were the one who used ikemasen. Then everybody like no go, that one no go, this one no go. Then no go stands for NG. Okay, now we have a flexible answering section, open-ended section. Yes, Jasmine. 電子辞書を持っていますか Don't tell me hi.
はい電子辞書を持っています
Wow, very boring answer. I think don't tell me hi already. Try. いいえ。いいえ。
電子辞書
が高いから持って
持っていません
Thank you いいえ電子辞書が高いですから持っていません Right, because the dictionary is expensive, that's why I do not have. Alright, this is how to spice up your answer a bit lah. Whatever you have learned already, try to use lah. Okay, or you can say 頭が良いですから持ってはいません What does it mean? 頭がいいですから持っていません Yeah lah. Alright, so try to recap what you have learned so far. Okay, number 2 for 慧妮今誰と住んでいますか
家族と住んでいます
Wow, very boring answers. Yes, you want to try something else? Can you please give me the listing particle, the listing way of saying my brother, sister, dog, mother, father, etc. Remember what's the listing?
母と
To is n, but to can only use up to 2 only. A to B. I want to use the one that is like A blah blah, B blah blah, C blah blah. Anybody remember the listing? Yeah? Yeah. They give you the yeah. Then what's the ending of the yeah? The yeah will stop with a nado. Okay, if you are finished listing already. So, okay. Hi. お母さんやお父さんや妹さんや弟さんや犬など一緒に住んでいます。Right? Do we need to use the 一緒に Because in this case, I say the ya na do. No more to already, right? So that's why I put the 一緒に to say like together with. Right? So we use the 一緒に to replace the to in this case. Right? So if you want to list out who you are living with, that would be a good practice for you lah. So we are using ya na do. Right? So if we continue to say ya, and then we don't have na do, it just means so on and so forth. That means you have more people but you never list out. If you say ya 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 nado, that means like I live with my father, sister, brother, and mother. So you're telling people like, oh, that's the last one already. Right? Nado is just to tell people, oh, that's the last one. Okay, if you forgot to say nado, or rather you don't want to say the nado, it just means that, oh, so on and so forth. That means there's more people living in your house, but you're just too lazy to list them out already. Okay, remember this ya 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 nado we learned before in E1. Ya 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 nado. Okay, moving on, number 3. 働いていますか? Jun, please don't tell me hi. 病院で働いています。Okay. Only use there only. Can add in more info or not? Like from Monday to Friday. From Monday to Friday, I work at hospital. Okay, can. And then ですが and then I work part time on Saturday Sunday. Arubaitoをします。Okay? So 月曜日から金曜日まで病院で働いていますが、週末 means Saturday Sunday, or you can say 土曜日と金曜日、土曜日と日曜日はアルバイトをします。Right, so you're giving a lot more information. I work at hospital Monday to Friday, then I work part time on Saturday and Sunday. Right, so you're giving them a lot more information. Okay, good. Number 4. If you have interesting answers, please let me know. I mean, I'm very interested to listen to all of your answers, other than those say hi only. Okay, number 4. Damon, 天ぷらの作り方をしていますか? いいえ、わかりません。Full stop.
いえ、していません。
ね、I know already. Come on. Because it is complicated. Because it is complicated, that's why I don't understand. 複雑
から
ですから
複雑ですからわかりませんです。
わかりません。Don't need this already, わかりません。Okay, can. Okay, then Rachel, can you tell me I had something to say, but now I forget already. It's another translation. Okay, never mind, you tell me. Number 5. 教室でタバコを吸ってもいいですか? いいえ、then full stop. It will become fire. That's why. 火事になりますから吸ってはいけません。吸ってはいけません。Okay, can. Okay, can. Anybody got other interesting answers? 火事 is just fire, like fire problem. 火事になりますので like you'll become fire, you'll become a fire. That's why I cannot smoke. Okay. Then what is like it's bad for health? How do we say bad for health? What is bad in Japanese? 悪い good. Then bad for health. What is health? Okay, maybe don't think about health. Think about to your body. We learned about body before. Yeah, she got it already. 体に Okay, 体に悪いですから。体に悪いですから。吸ってはいけません。Right? You shouldn't smoke. You cannot smoke. Right? Any other grammar form that you learned before? Let me think. Okay, number 4. I thought of a sentence already. Example sentence already. Okay, Ying. I do not know because it is difficult, but I am interested to learn. Yeah, I do not know as it is difficult, but I am interested to learn. Interested. Oh, sorry, interested you haven't learned yet, right? Haven't yet. Wait. Let me change the word interested to something else. I am okay, but learning is interesting. Yeah, you're not interesting already. But learning is interesting. Okay, let's go. We don't start with muzukashi first. We start with the I do not know. Iie. No, you don't need to talk about watashi. Iie, muzukashi desu kara. But before the demo, you have to say like you don't understand, right? So iie, wakarimasen. Before you say difficult, iie, wakarimasen ga.
I lost already.
Okay, she lost already. Okay, never mind. I'll just give the answer. But anyway, it's things that you haven't learned before. Okay, so iie, muzukashi desu kara wakarimasen. Okay, wakarimasen desu kara wakarimasen. Then we close the sentence here. Then we can say demo. Demo. 勉強は面白いです。Right? でも勉強は面白いです。Right? You learned before already, nothing new here. So 難しいですからわかりません。Right? Because it is difficult, so I don't understand. Right? I don't understand because it is difficult. Right? 難しいですからわかりません。でも勉強は面白いです。Right? But the study is interesting. Right? The learning is interesting. So I'm not using this learning as a verb here. I'm using this learning as a noun here. Like this studying or this learning. Can anybody else with interesting sentences for this part? I know Raymond cover have lah. Come. Any of it? Anything that you think is interesting to share? The longest one, okay? Throw at me. Okay. Number 4, okay.
いいえ、わかりません。けど、天ぷらの中で、天ぷらの中で、野菜天ぷらから、野菜天ぷらが、おいしいから、おいしい。習いたいです。
Okay, that was not bad. So okay, I repeat. So basically he said, いいえ、わかりません。Full stop. けど、oh sorry, no full stop, but comma, けど、天ぷらの中で、so he's saying amongst all the tempura の中で、野菜天ぷらがおいしいですから。Right? So because amongst all the tempura, the vegetable one is the most delicious. That's why he want to learn. Right? 習いたいです。That's why he want to learn. Alright, so I think that's not bad. So he used the no nakade. In case you all can remember. No nakade is just amongst. Not bad. Anybody else with interesting ones? Long ones. Okay lah, don't pressure you guys already. Okay, let's move on to lesson 16 homework. No lah, today we start lesson 16. Okay, let's go back to our lesson 16 textbook. Where is my lesson 16, sir? Okay, lesson 16. Where's my vocabulary list? Sorry, go back to the vocabulary list. Okay, lesson 16 of vocabulary list. Number 1, just repeat after me. Kaeshimasu. Kaeshimasu. Arukimasu. Arukimasu. Haraimasu. Haraimasu. Norimasu. Norimasu. Orimasu. Orimasu. Tomarimasu. Tomarimasu. Hiroi. Hiroi. Semai. Semai. Benri na. Benri na. Kantan na. Right, so the last two we learned before, right? Benri na and kantan na. We learned it in E1 already. I want to talk about the verbs. So you can see like the stop bracket VI, right? The bracket VI simply means verbs that are intransitive. The verbs, the last one on the right hand most. Right, there's a bracket that says VI. Right? Tomarimasu, then at the right side there's a stop bracket VI. So it just means intransitive. So intransitive means you are not the one stopping. It's something that is stopping it, but not you. So you're not doing anything to contribute to the action. It is, you just want to say, oh, it stopped by itself. Right? Tomarimasu. What's the VT version of it? The transitive version of it. The one that you physically stop something. Sorry? Tomemasu. Thank you. So tomarimasu is the VI version. The VT version, that means the transitive version, will be tomemasu. Then can you tell me tomarimasu is group what? Tomarimasu is from the picture, like from this document you can see. Tomarimasu, then I. One. Roman numeral for one. I. So, however, the tomemasu is cousin, the VT cousin, right? Tomemasu is, however, is a group 2. Right? Tomemasu, tomete. Right? Tomemasu. Right? Okay? Okay, moving on. 背が高い。背が高い。役に立ちます。役に立ちます。Okay, you see, be useful. Like in English we say like be useful, right? Then like in a way like the word useful, like to be useful. In English we have this word called useful, but in Japanese there's no equivalent of useful. So instead we need to use this way of saying it, which is called yaku ni tachimasu. So what is tachimasu? Anybody recall? Stand. Right? Tachimasu means stand. Right? To stand. So you can think of it as yaku ni tachimasu, right? So to stand on your yaku. So what is yaku? So yaku usually you will see like at the end of drama. Like the Japanese, the J-drama at the end, they will be like something yaku. Like for example, 主角 yaku. Right, something like that. Right? So it simply means role. It means role. Yaku means role. Right? It just means role. So role ni tachimasu. Right? Stand on your role. So what does it mean? It means you fulfill what you're supposed to do lah. So if you fulfill what you're supposed to do, that means you're useful, no? Right? If you do what you're supposed to do, that means you're useful. Correct? So this is what they mean by yaku ni tachimasu. So we also often say yakusoku ni tachimasu. That means like stand on your promise. Right? Yakusoku ni tachimasu, which means like live up to your promise lah. Right? So we use this tachimasu to say like I will stand up on whatever I need to pledge to lah. Right? Okay? So yaku ni tachimasu, be useful. Then how about not useful? Yaku ni tachimasen. Then to be very useful, like you are still in the process of being useful. Yaku ni tatte imasu. Right? That means that this guy is still quite useful. Like he's still in the process, in the phase that he's useful lah. One day he might become useless, I don't know lah. Okay? So yaku ni tachimasu, yaku ni tachimasen, yaku ni tachimashita. Right? He was useful. Right? Yaku ni tatte imasu. Yaku ni tatte kudasai. Like please be useful. Right? Yaku ni tatte kudasai. Please be useful. Yaku ni tatte mo ii desu ka? Can you please be useful? So it's like, you see, the way I phrase it, right? Yaku ni tatte mo ii desu ka? That means like, can you be useful? It's like passive aggressive, you see. It's like I asking you to be more useful in a very nice way. Right? Like, can you please stand on your role? Yeah, in a way. If you literally translate it, put it that way. It sounds very weird to the English listener. Like, why should I stay in my role? Alright. Can you please stand your role? Yeah, can you please be useful? Yeah. Okay, so yaku ni tachimasu. It's just a phrasing lah. So Japanese people, they like to use this kind of thing lah. Like, be careful there's no word for careful. I mean have lah, but like if you want to use like 小心 in Chinese, right? 気をつけてください。Right? 気をつけます。気をつけます。気をつけてください。つけます。つけて。気をつけます。気をつけて。Have you heard of this before? No. Alright? So, 気 is just... You know つけます already. つけます means you switch on, right? So, 気 is what? 気 is the body's the balance lah, the aura lah. Okay? 気。人家说气 so the 气 you need to turn on your 气. So it's like by turning on your 气 then you can be more cautious. Right? So in a way, like Japanese people, the way they phrase things is a bit indirect. Yeah. It like sometimes it doesn't make sense. The literal meaning doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. Right? 気をつけてください. Like please turn on the 气 in your body. Which means equals to be careful lah. Okay. Then next we have それから. それから. So you can think of it as それ is that, right? Then から is like after, like from. So から also means like after also. So from that or after that. Right? From then on, that kind of thing. Like from then on, like which means after that also lah. So you can think of から as from, like from then on or from that point onwards. Right? それから. Next. 顔目鼻口耳歯髪足 Then you all see all the eyes, nose, then where's the lips? Right, Taeyang song eyes, nose, lips. Anybody want to guess what's lips? Wow, you know How you know? I told you. Oh. Okay. So 唇 simply means lips. Alright, so please, like if you tell somebody you want to kiss them, right, please don't say like I want to kiss to your mouth. I want to kiss to your lips. Right? So yeah. Right. So if you want to like pick up people, you don't say like please bring your mouth closer. Please bring your lips closer. Right? So please use 唇 and not 口. 口 will sound so weird. Right? So 唇 is lips. This is LIPS. Okay, lips. 耳、歯、髪、足. Anything else missing? Everything human have is there already, right? Eyebrow. Wow, eyelash. Wow. So I don't know, sia. Let me see. But I think it's very literal. Eyelash is gonna be like man no kami or something like that. Wow, why so complicated one? What is eyebrow or eyelash in Chinese? The JJ Lin song. 睫毛. Right. The JJ Lin song. 睫毛. So yeah lah, in Japanese it's 睫毛. Apparently it's 睫毛 lah. 睫毛 they say it's pronounced as 马齿ge. Okay, I can understand why it's ge. Ge means 毛. Ge means 毛. But I don't know why 马齿. But anyway, this 马齿 is the 睫. Ah shit, my Chinese sucks, sorry. My kanji sucks. But I mean JLPT don't test kanji lah, so please give me a break. 睫毛. Yeah. 眉毛. There's no such thing as 眉 in Japanese. I've never seen this kanji in Japanese before. The 眉 word. Yeah. Yeah, this is I type eyelash. This is eyelash. Then eyebrow. Oh, okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. Eyebrow is 眉毛. So this is pronounced as 眉毛. 眉毛. So you realize this 毛 is just simply means like 毛 ah. Yeah. Makes sense. So this 毛 just means like hair that is unwanted. I mean it just means like a bit of hair lah, it just means like hairy or something. So if you want to describe like stomach hair, then you can be like onaka ge. If you want to describe like armpit is waki waki ge. Yeah, so ge is just like 毛. Just need to change the location and then just put a ge behind. Leg hair, ashi ge. Right, so that's the quite literal lah. Okay. Yeah, see, as you can see, nothing to do with eyes. Eye is meh. It has nothing to do with meh. Okay. Next one, Pureya. Pureya. Oto. Oto. Sugu. Sugu. Atode. Atode. Ja. Ja. Right, then we have more verbs. Irimasu. Irimasu. We learned this irimasu before in E1. So basically, it's an item that you need, right? So you need something. So we use the ga over here. So we don't say o irimasu. We usually just say ga irimasu. Something ga irimasu. Right? We don't interact with the object. The object is something that we need. We don't need to do anything to it. So we use ga. Next, komarimasu. Komarimasu. So it's quite oftenly used lah, komarimasu in Japanese, because like for example, like if you do this, I will be troubled. Like if you do that, I'll be troubled, right? So それをやりますと困ります for example, right? So like if you do that, I'll be troubled. Like I'll be implicated. Like I will go through a lot of things. So basically, it just means usually Japanese people, they would like to say komarimasu a lot, because they don't want to say like, hey, please don't do that to me. Instead they'll say like, if you do that, I'll be troubled. So they'll say it in a very roundabout way. So komarimasu is quite often said. Okay, next one, それは困ります. Yeah, then that one is troublesome. That one is troubling to me. Right, that one that means that one will bring me trouble lah. Okay, then we'll go back. Yeah, the English one is all here. You can read this on yourself. 17, 18. Oh, the last lesson is lesson 18. Okay. I'll talk about lesson 20. I play until lesson 20. I think we're going through lesson 17 and 16 and 17 today, but turns out there's only 18. Okay. Okay, maybe we can take a short break before we continue. Yeah. Wait for her to come back. Okay, we'll take a short break first. Let me just find my textbook. If you have any questions, I'll be able to take them now. Yeah. By the way, I created a new chat group on WhatsApp lah. So if you want to join and ask questions, please ask it there so everybody can learn at the same time. anybody traveling during Chinese New Year? Hazel, you going back? Buy already. Tickets.
No, I live Johor.
Oh, Johor only.
No ticket.
So just take bus lah. You must be very excited for the end of year RTS. Actually, they already doing system tests already. I'm just hoping they open early also.
Oh,
They're doing system tests now already.
ETS.
The RTS.
Oh.
They're doing system tests, but then they like
They haven't.
the testing usually take only like 4-6 months only. But I don't know why they want to take until the end of the year. I think they scared lah. I really hope that opens soon.
So the station haven't.
Yeah, it's the station is the problem. Oh yeah, the station is the problem. Okay. Not the train. It's the problem. Funny ah. They never link up properly. Then the schedule all over the place. That one good sia. I hope they build a bus interchange below that station.
Quite far from.
Cause the current it's far, but the current JB Central the bus interchange so squeezy, so cramped also. No place to queue also. I just hope they open a bigger bus interchange there.
No space already. Fully occupied already.
Yeah, correct. So I hope they open. They build something. I think Wanihana, the area quite big one. I don't know.
But it's occupied with parking.
Just hope they do something about the transportation.
Flyover.
No, cause if not right, everybody will jam there. Then no place to like even take the Grab also. They need to disperse people first. If not, everybody stand at the station there.
But the station is connected to the JB Center, so.
But you can queue along the second story lah, but you can also queue on the level 1 also mah. I don't know. Let's hope they do something with the crowd. Imagine system down and everybody stand at the station there. Cannot pass immigration. They better think hard. They better think hard. Currently you are EP or S-Pass? Or PR already?
Yeah.
PR already. Not bad. So, you stay here, right? Good.
Travel back cannot attend the class. So tired.
Yeah. For me, after 2:30, I won't go in already. On motorcycle lah. After 2:30, I will not go in already. Usually I will go in like either after 2:30 a.m. After 2 a.m. or before 2:30 p.m. After that, I don't travel to JB already.
So crowded.
Very crowded. Yeah. I think everybody's back. Yeah. Thank you. Any questions regarding the homework or regarding the vocabulary list? No questions. I think it's a bit too early to talk about E3 class, but I just want to put it out there that it will likely happen on it will likely happen on a Saturday. So it will be a Saturday 7 to 10 lah. It will start on 21st March. 21st March. 14 March I flying to Chengdu, so it will be on 21st March. So it will be exactly 1 month from the end of our quiz day, which is 21st February. So yeah, it will start exactly 1 month lah. So if you want to travel for March holiday and stuff, please feel free to. And then it will end just on time before JLPT N5. Yeah, I calculated the dates already. I mean, I'm going to disappear for quite a bit in April and May. And if you don't mind, I push back the lessons. That means we will have like 1 week break. They kind of like in the middle, 1 week missing, or 2 weeks missing. If you don't mind, then you will end just before JLPT N5. Otherwise, if you want me to ask the teacher to stand in, can also. The one we'll talk about that during our E3 class our first E3 class. So I don't know who's going to go on to E3. So we will discuss on the reschedule plans. But for now, I planned already. We'll end 10 lessons just nice before JLPT N5. But if you want it to end earlier, I can arrange for substitute teacher to stand in on some days they are not around. Yeah. I mean, so many public holiday in April and May. Go lah. I also go overseas on all the holiday. Yeah.
So it's on 20 March, not 21st.
Saturday is Saturday.
20 is Saturday, 21st is Sunday.
Oh, then 20th. 20th, the Saturday. So we'll start on a Saturday. So the E3 will be on every Saturday night. Yeah. If I can start earlier, like say 7 March, I will let you guys know, but probably not. Because I'm trying to rush 2 more students to join the E3 class. So I'm going to do an express E2 class that said, I welcome you to sit down in the E2 Express class if you want to do makeup. Yeah, so currently the E2 class only has 2 person, unfortunately. I still decided to help them because they are very eager to take the N5 in July. So I will help them brush up and catch up in this class. So yeah, if you need makeup, just let me know. You'll be on every Saturday and Sunday night. Yeah, every Saturday and Sunday night. So yes, about N5, right, the registration will be opening on the first week of March. It's either the first week or second week. So you need to really camp for the slot because N5 will sell out quite fast. They have limited slots only. N5 will, yeah, the application is only up to I think 200 or 300 students only. So if you really want to take N5, then I recommend you to buy immediately when they announce, like they open the registration. That will be on the 1st or 2nd week of March. Just stay tuned on our website. Then the test date has been confirmed already. It will be on the 6th July or 5th July. It's a Sunday. Yeah. So you'll be tested on the Sunday. The location I think is still SMU. They've been using SMU for quite a while already. Last time I took my N5 somewhere very weird. It wasn't even SMU. It was at Middle Street at Bugis there. Yeah. That venue was too small. Then after that, the next time I took like N4 or N3, I took N3 I think. It was at SMU already. Then since then it was all at SMU already. SMU, the thing is the security quite strict. So they process person one by one. They process everybody one by one. So I don't recommend you to come like last minute because they might close the door already, then they don't let you take. Yeah, but anyways, from my experience, I think everybody made it in. Just be there on time. Yeah, for N5. Yeah, that's about LPT. Let's continue.
Don't necessarily need to take N5 exam.
I told you this in the first lesson. I told you before, right? Yeah. So basically, there's no like, oh, I need to take N5, then I can take N4, then I can take N3. If you want to skip to N3, also can. Then my logic back then was, you can afford to fail N3 2 times, right? Yeah. So if you don't take N5, N2, you are saving the. If you don't N5, N4, you are saving the money to retake N3 2 times, or N2 2 times, or N1 2 times. I don't know wherever you want. So yeah, you don't need to take like N5 to take N4 to take N3 to take N2. N5 is just a. It's no use lah, Yaku ni hachimasen. So really, no use to find employment is no use. It is at most a glorified piece of toilet paper. Okay, a laminated piece of toilet paper. Okay, so honestly, I feel no use for that. But if some of you, I understand lah. I got friends they are like, I just want to know where am I so that I can motivate myself to the next level. Sure, go for it. Why not? Right. So you can still go for N5 if you are the kind that feels like you need the motivation, you need the acknowledgement by the official guy, the official signatory or examination board. Feel free to yeah. I just feel that N5 is really a waste of money and time. Cause last time N5 was cheap, $50 only. Then COVID they increased to 150. Then now they bring it down to 100. Still double from COVID pre-COVID time. That's why I say don't take it cause $100 is it's not easy If you work $10 per hour, it's like 10 hours of the time. Yeah, so I would say it's quite expensive Unless they take it to they bring it down to $50 then you can just do it as a joyride for fun. Yeah, but anyways, up to you. Because there's listening component also. If you want to experience how it's like before you take the N3, you can feel free to Yeah, because over here we can't really give you a very immersive kind of exam feel. You look at the classroom. Got exam feel, man. Right. So we are unable to provide you with the immersive experience, like with all the invigilator and all the seriousness and quietness here So if you really feel like you just want to experience JLPT for one time, then N5 might be a good way to go. I mean, then you skip N4 N4 you probably know already. Like you probably already know the atmosphere already. You probably don't need to go for N4. N5 is just in Chinese we say 大开眼界. Just to go there and see. Yeah, just to go there and see how things are like, experience. So that when you are N3, you can still remember, N5 was like that. Yeah, it's possible to look at the next guy and cheat. That kind of thing. I'm not saying you should cheat No actually you cannot cheat one So basically right, the guy will be seated so far away, like 2 seats away. Instead of 1 seat away, the guy will be 2 seats away. Then like that, then the person also know already. Yeah, and then you lift out a paper and then like that, they also know already. Alright, so I think JLPT very hard to cheat. Very difficult. Although it's OAS but you see the guy's OAS, how you know which one is which question? Yeah, so got the thing also So I don't think JLPT can cheat that easily. And then there's also other tests, such as, other than JLPT, there's also other tests such as Business Japanese Proficiency. This is administered in Kuala Lumpur once a year. So that one, right, tests you on the honorific version of Japanese language. They also test you on the mannerisms in business. So that one is even more atas than JLPT. Yeah, then there's also a kanji something test. That one is administered in KL. Is it KL or Tokyo? I don't remember. So basically, it's not in Singapore. It's not administered in Singapore. So that one tests you on all the kanji out there. Or that one you really need to know how to write, know how to read this kanji. So that one is really, you then bo liao, no money to spend, you're gonna spend on that. Yeah, so what if you get the cert? What can you do with it? I just feel like it's another piece of glorified toilet paper. Yeah. So if you are very bored, you can go for the business Japanese or you can go for the kanji test. That one is, yeah, it's just a glorified piece of toilet paper. Whereas if you use the money and go for like HSK level instead, that one is the Chinese proficiency program. That one, if you are planning to go to Chinese universities to study masters there or PhD there, you might need it lah. So it's not a glorified piece of toilet paper lah, still got use lah. At least if you're going to take MBA in China, then still can show the university that you know how to speak Chinese. But JLPT M5, who you show to? Yeah, so that's what I mean by glorified piece of toilet paper. You put it at your house there and then you see, then you saw. Like that only ah. So I feel JLPT, we go there for the experience. Pay to go there for the experience. Don't pay to go there and get the cert. The cert is useless. Yeah, but the experience is important lah. Yeah, like you can experience how like wow, so many Singaporean. Then you can see all the weeaboo wear all the very weird dress one, the Harajuku fashion that kind. Yeah, you can go there and see. Yeah, Singapore have. A lot of them are those, they wear the Harajuku fashion. Some of them are very nice, like their fashion is very nice. Some of them is so weird, like you look at it like rainbow colour from top to bottom. Then got some is like very goth also, like wow, this person so dark. But very interesting. I N1 level also have. Then I was like, oh. Then of course M1 level also got those Chinese people. Yeah, they come and take, like you ask them, oh, you study where? Then you'll be like, you study meh? They come on. Yeah, I got one guy like that. I just say like, I just check with him during a break, cause the front part was the writing and then the back part was the listening compre. So there's a 1 hour break in between the sessions lah. But you're not allowed to use phone during the 1 hour. So just chit chat around, walk around, talk to people lor. Then there was this Chinese guy sitting beside me in the test 嘛， then I just say like 考得怎样 then he's like 哦还可以。我说你读哪里的？啊需要读？he's like 我没读什么，我只是看 anime. Then I was like okay. Come and take N1 with just anime, okay sure. Then I was like 你厉害。Yeah, you meet this kind of people lah. Interesting that people at N1. Then N2 also similar also. Yeah, you will see some of them with the lolly fashion lah, the very pink colour bag. And some of them will come with the bag with the transparent and translucent. Then got all the pin badge inside one. Yeah, have also lah. Like macam they just came from AFA like that. Have is have lah. So there's all sorts of people learning Japanese lah. I got one time also see Ama with white hair come and sit down and take JLPT also. Yeah, very interesting. So the people, like you see there's a lot of people congregated, like people in Singapore who can speak Japanese congregated there. But then when you go out to the workforce, you cannot see any of them. It's like yesterday I just had a drinking session with my Japanese colleague. Then they were like, you know, you are one of the very rare one in Singapore that can speak Japanese and do this business. Then I was like, really meh? But I went for the test, I see so many. Then they were like, 找不到. Then I was like, cannot be there. Then all those people go where? Yeah, so it's really a lot of people. Like on that day itself, you see, wow, some people learning Japanese. Then after that, in the workplace, you 半个见不到. Yeah, you don't even see one of them. So it really makes me wonder like, where exactly all these people are hired at. Yeah, like all these JLPT, N2, N1 people, where they actually go? Because in Singapore, I rarely see them. I rarely even encounter one. But then at that examination site, it's like, wow, got so many. Yeah, so I was counting lah. See, N1 got at least 300 people take 1 year. One year got 2 exams. So one exam is about 200 to 300 people. So that's like 500 lah. Let's count it 500. So 500 times 10 years is 5,000. 5,000 Singaporeans who get N1 in 10 years. That's a lot already. 5,000. How many companies do you have in Singapore? There's one for each. One for each company. Or maybe that's why I find it so little. Maybe that's why. Yeah, no. Unfortunately. Yep, sorry for a sidetrack, lesson 16. Okay, so let's look at sentence number 1. Bunke. Bunke means sentence structure. Right? If you're interested to know what is grammar is called bunpo. Bunpo. Right, this is how we pronounce this as bunpo. B-U-N-P-O. This is bunke. Bunke means grammar structure or sentence structure. Then vocabulary, we call it tango. This is vocabulary. Tango. Oops. Danyu. Yeah, this is vocabulary. Tango. I feel in Japanese, if you are just learning to speak, tango will be the most important. If you are learning to write, for example, you want to write novel, that kind, then I would say the grammar is more important. So depending on what you want to achieve. For me, I focus more on I focus on neither. I focus more on the culture more. Make sure you understand like if whatever they say, as long as you can roughly guess like this sentence, is it to laugh at the end, or is it to like feel sorry for the person at the end? That's the most important part. So I tend to focus more on whether whatever they are saying is sad or whatever they're saying is happy. Then I can react accordingly, even though I don't understand what they are saying. I think that's more important, right? The reaction is more important, right? Especially the guy then he's like, then you just look at him. Yeah, so I feel that the you need to know like the way. So I put in more efforts into understanding reading their lips. Like, are they saying something happy? Are they saying something that is sad? Or are they saying something that may impact me? Then as accordingly you give the response accordingly. So you can give like most of the time Japanese people they will speak not needing you to give a response. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be giving like those feelers. Like so desu ka, so desu ne, that kind. So I focus more on like understanding that, and then I'll give the respective like so desu ne, so desu ka, or hontou desu ka, that kind of thing. So giving reaction. So I think it's more important when doing business, because even if you don't understand what the hell he's talking about, if you can give him the comfort that he's looking for, then I think it's still a success. It's still a business success. Yeah. Of course, I'm not saying you should go in without knowing anything. At least you must be able to catch a feel of the vocabulary of what they're saying. So even if your grammar sucks, at least you can catch whatever word they're saying, and then in your mind you can like kind of infer what they're trying to say based on context. Okay, number 1. 朝起きてご飯を食べて教室へ来ました。So you can see, number 1, we have 起きて, right? That's our first tab form. Where's my pen? Alright, first tab form. 食べて, another tab form. And then 教室へ来ました. We are just combining the sentence together by using the tab form. Right? We don't even need to use to. We don't even need to use ya, nado. Right? We are listing out our actions for the day just by using the tab form. Right? So this is another way on how we can, right? For example, remember we say, remember the そして example? For example, リンゴが食べました。そして、学校へ行きました。Remember? We use そして。But now we don't really use そして anymore. We can just say, リンゴを食べて学校へ行きました。Right? So in this case, it's a way shorter way to just combine 2 actions into 1 sentence. Right? So something te, then the past tense will be at the end. So the last verb will be the one to tell the tense of the sentence. Is it you do this? Is it you don't do this? Is it you did that? Right? So the last word will be the one telling us the verb of the sentence. The tense of the sentence. Okay, number 2. このリンゴは大きくて美味しいです。大きくて美味しいです。See? 大きい, right? It comes from the e adjective. So remember how to say negative of 大きくない。 So instead of saying okikunai, I drop the last e. Instead, I put in a kute, right? Okikute, right? For example, atsukute. Sorry, atsui is only one I. So when you drop the I, there shouldn't be an e sound anymore. So atsukute, right? Okikute, atsukute, right? So this is how we form the test form for our e adjective, right? This is how you can form the test form for our e adjective, and then we can use it as per normal, like how we use it for the verbs, right? Something te, right? Te, comma, then something te, comma. So same thing lah. But we cannot mix verbs and adjective together. If you're talking about adjective, then you should be like only adjective te. You cannot just suddenly mix in a verb. Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. Like 大きくて食べました. Then this te form is what Japanese people like to end their sentence with. I know I told you guys we should always end the sentence politely with des and mas, right? However, between Japanese people, when they are conversing, te form is the default way to end sentence. It's like, あの日は暑くて and dot. Right? So they don't finish a sentence. Japanese people don't like to finish a sentence. They will just hint you something. Like, あの日は暑くて then you are supposed to like infer like so because that day is hot, so somewhat you did something lah. So basically they're just trying to say like that day is hot, right? Then whatever he's gonna continue saying might be the outcome, might be the consequence of what that because of that, right? So they will end the sentence with te form most of the time, right? So that is for te form, for the e adjective, te form for the e adjective. Then now we look at number 3. あなたはインド人で right? インド人で What is インド人? Indian. What is Indian? Is it an adjective? Adverb? Verb? Noun. Noun, right? So for nouns, you can see. So noun de, right? Noun de. So we can form te form for noun as well. So but the te form is not really a te form. It's more like a de, right? And then you think about group 1. Remember group 1 we have a few de. For example, oyogimasu, oyoide, right? Isogimasu, isoide, right? So this de, this de is still a te form. It's still recognized as a te form. So for our noun adjective, we will put a de, right? Indojin de, right? Watashi wa Nihonjin desu, right? So this de is still a te form. We can mix noun adjective. Okay, so I mean, noun is very similar to noun adjective, right? I told you guys all the time. Noun adjective and noun they're acting like the same thing. So yes, we can replace this indojin with handsome de. So for example, あなたは handsome de. 私はかっこいいです. Right? So I can use it for noun adjective as well. Right? あなたは handsome de. 私は醜いです. Okay, so I can use it for noun adjective as well. And then I can combine noun adjective, de, and then e adjective. It's totally fine. For example, 綺麗で涼しくて好きです。好き is noun adjective, so 好きです for example. So I can combine like noun adjective with e adjective and then go back to a noun adjective. It's totally fine. Right? We can mix this e adjective and noun adjective together. So this de and this te form is just to list things out, right? And it is also imperatively implying that there is a time consequential, time chronological order to it as well. Right? For example, you look at number 1. 朝起きてご飯を食べて教室へ来ました. So it's like there is a chronological to this action they are doing. So I woke up, I ate, and I went. Right? So I woke up, I ate, and I came to classroom. So there's a chronological, it's trying to imply that there's a chronological order to whatever you're saying here. Right? So it's not like randomly, I go to school, then I brush teeth, then I wake up. There's an order to it lah. So the first one will be our verb. Our verb that will dictate what is the first action of the day. The first action that we're doing. Right? So there's a chronological order. Number 4. 仕事は終わってから. 終わってから. So just now we learned sorekara, right? Sorekara means afterwards, right? After that. So we retain this understanding of sorekara. And then now we understand this te. Owarimasu, we change to owate. Right? Owarimasu change to owate. So owate simply means like, okay, owarimasu means to end. So owate is just a te form of to end. So to end, afterwards. So when we say te kara, it simply means after it ends. Right? So it's like 完了过后. Right? What you're trying to explain like what is going on after this thing, after this action is done. So owate kara, right? So after I finish, after this is finished, then blah 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 blah. So this owate kara simply implies a chronological order into what you are planning to do after this action is completed. Right? Then what did he do? 映画を見ました。映画を見ました。So he watched the movie after he finished work. Okay? So these are the 4 new grammar that we have learned in this lesson. Any questions with how to use them? We will look into the conversation. Okay, conversation. Let's carry on. Okay, it's between 2 guys. So this guy is called Sarameto. Sarameto-san and Tanaka-san. Okay, so I start from Sarameto. すみませんが、ちょっとプレイヤーを貸してください。You know what is 貸してください, right? So please lend to me. Tanaka is like, どうぞ。これは軽くて音がいいです。Right? 軽くて come from 軽い. Right? So 軽い means it's light. So it is light and the sound is good. Right? It is light and sound is good. So you are saying both descriptive words together. You are saying both adjectives together. Right? 軽くて音がいいです。Then Sarameto-san says, 明日まで使ってもいいですか? Sorry, 明日まで使ってもいいですか? So 明日まで, right? Until tomorrow, is it okay if I use it? So asking for permission. Tanaka says, いいえ、それは困ります。Right? No, that will be a bother to me. Right? That will be inconveniencing to me. Right? That will be a big inconvenience to me. Right? He's trying to say like it will be very troublesome to me. Like basically he's saying he need it lah. Okay? 私もプレイヤーがいります。Right? いります means need, right? So he needs the player. Right? プレイヤーがいります。で、サラメット replies, じゃあ、後で返しに来ます。Right? 返します means to return. Right? To 還. So 返しに来ます means I will come and return. So in Chinese we say 来還. Right? We are combining both of these verbs together. Right? 返しに来ます. For the purpose of returning, I will come. Okay? Any questions with this conversation? Quite straightforward. Okay, then we have 2 persons to try to read out the passage. Have any volunteers? Jasmine? You read the last one, is it? Okay, then Jasmine. Raymond also don't remember? I also don't remember. I think Raymond also. Okay lah, Raymond and Jasmine lah. Okay, Sarameto will be Raymond. Here we go.
すみませんが、ちょっとプレイヤー貸してください。
Where's your O?
すみませんが、ちょっとプレイヤーを貸してください。
Thank you.
どうぞ。これは軽くて音がいいです。
明日まで使ってもいいですか?
Why got E sound? Is it 使いても? 使っても. Okay. Thank you.
いいえ、それは困ります。私もプレイヤーがいります。
Why sound like English?
プレイヤ
Player.
ー
Not player, it's player. Okay, good.
じゃあ、後で返しに来ます。
Your intonation go up and down very wild. Very wild. 後で.
後で
後で返しに来ます。
返しに行きます。
Thank you, very well done. Okay, very good. There is the intonation a bit weird. The otherwise I think it's fine. Yeah, the player is in Japanese, please don't read it in English. Alright? So I mean it's interesting to speak Japanese English in Singapore. Very fun one. It's like speaking the Angmo accent but then with a different country accent. Yeah. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, label. Yeah. Like nowadays I speak English and Japanese also. You want to go to the toilet? Okay, next label number 1、1番。昨日東京へ行きましたか？はい。会議が終わってからすぐ行きました。Right? So 会議が終わってから。So the object here is 会議。So after this object, after this 会議, right? This event. So after this event, すぐ。Any idea why すぐ? Immediately, right? すぐ行きました。So you realize this 行きました is past tense. But however for the 終わってから, right? The 終わって doesn't have a past tense there, right? We don't need to signify the past tense so early in the sentence. We can dictate the tense of the sentence using the last verb. Right? So we will save the past tense until the end, the last guy. Right? So すぐ行きました。The next line, 東京へ行って何をしましたか? Right? 東京へ行って何をしましたか? So you go to Tokyo, what you do there? Right? So this te form is more like so you went to Tokyo, what you do there? Right? So I'm not using any sentence conjunction. Conjunction means I use a connector, right? Like and, or, wherever, or so. I can just keep using all this by using the te form. Right? Now you can see why Japanese people like te form a lot. Because you don't need to put a particle there. Right? So 東京へ行って何をしましたか? So you go to Tokyo, what you do? Right? 銀座へ行って友達に会ってそれから一緒にビールを飲みました。So I go Ginza, I meet my friend, then go drink beer. Very literal, like Singlish like that. We skip every connector. Just say the main points only. Right? Ginza itte. See, I don't even need to say the air sometimes. I mean, in a conversation, you don't need to say the air lah. Alright? Ginza itte. Because itte is already a directional verb. Of course, the person will know you go to Ginza, you go to Ginza. If not, what you do to Ginza? Right? So that's why in Japanese, we can skip the grammar when we are speaking in the conversation. Right? So 銀座へ行って友達に会ってそれから一緒にビールを飲みました。Okay, this sentence okay? Next one. Number 2. あの人は誰ですか? Right, that person is who? ラオさんです。インド人で大阪科学の研究生です。Right, so インド人でSo you can think of this Indojin de as while she is an Indian, she's also something. Alright? So she's Indian, she's also something. Alright? So this de is just in replacement for a connector. Right? So instead of saying like Indojin desu ga, 科学の研究生です。Instead of saying desu ga, just de will do. Right? To connect sentences together. Number 3. アロラさんはどんな人ですか? 若くて綺麗で頭がいいです。See? We can combine like the E adjective, then the na adjective, then the E adjective again. Right? We can combine the E, na, E. Right? Just by using the te form. Right? Just by using this te form. 若くて綺麗で頭がいいです。By right, he should say 頭がいい人です。He's missing the word 人でら。Okay. Number 4. 講義が終わってから何をしますか? Alright, so after the 講義 event, what are you going to do? Right? After the lecture, 講義 is lecture. So after the lecture, what are you going to do? 部屋へ帰って休みます。Right? So I'm going to return to room and then rest. Yeah, return, rest. Right? So this 部屋へ we can also say 部屋に。部屋に帰って。Right? に is also okay. But of course because this is a directional verb, kaerimasu, right, is a directional verb. So the best is still use a e. But if you are nearby the place, you can also use ni as well. Okay now. That will be all for lesson 16. Right? There's a Renshu A over here. This is for you to read through. I wanted you to do Renshu B, but no. Let's do the other worksheet, lesson 16 worksheet. But you can still do this Renshu B as extra practice. I can help you look at it. I might also go through it using the extra time that I have left. Because I actually planned for lesson 20, but then it's only lesson 18. Alright, so I guess I have a bit more time now. Right? Yeah, maybe you might be able to do listening comprehension also. Like we can do a bit of listening comprehension on the last lesson. Right, so that will be everything. I don't want to end so early. Yeah, I don't end so early. So early for what? Okay, let's talk about lesson 17. Let's go to our vocabulary list. So early go home for what? It's only Tuesday. The week just started. Yeah, I mean I can go through faster, right? Then last lesson can go through more things like listening comprehension. I mean I just need to go and find the practice. Yeah. Okay, lesson 17. Repeat after me. Nakushimasu. Nakushimasu. Sawarimasu. Sawarimasu. Waraimasu. Waraimasu. Yeah, you can see all these are the first one, the one, group 1. Correct? Nugimasu. Nugimasu. Wasuremasu. Wasuremasu. Iremasu. Dashimasu. Tomemasu. And then you see the tomemasu here? Yeah, stop, VT. Right? So this is where we learn the other version of it. Next, shinpai shimasu. Shinpai shimasu. Okay, then you see ki o tsukemasu. Right, just now I was explaining, right? Ki o tsukemasu. Tsukemasu means switch on. Ki is just the energy in your body. So you turn on the energy. Equals to pay attention. Okay, interesting way to put it like Japanese. Okay, next, mottekimasu. Mottekimasu. Then mottekimasu. Mottekimasu. Right, so motte is hold, right? Or take, right? Hold or take. So ikimasu is go. So take and go. Right? It's like 拿去. 拿去. Then mottekimasu is 拿来. 拿来. Right? So you take and come. Take and come. Right? So take and come. Take and go. Take and come. Which is equals to you take something and go. It means you send something or you bring something. Right? So mottekimasu, mottekimasu. Right? So it's te form, then kimasu or ikimasu. So it's not just limited to motte. For example, we can also say tomarimasu, right? Tomarimasu is stop, right? But you're not the one stopping, right? So, however, we can also say like tomate, right? Tomarimasu, the te form is tomate. So tomate kimashita. Tomate kimashita is like 停下来了. 停下来. Right? There's a 来, right? So 停下来. So tomate kimashita. That means the thing 停下来. Instead of saying 那个东西停了, you can say 那个东西停下来了. Right? So in this case, we use kimasu for a lot of other verbs as well. Basically, if you think of it in Chinese, it's likely that it exists in Japanese as well. Right? 停下来. What else? 拿出来. Right? 出してきました. Right? 他拿出来. 他把枪拿出来. Right? 銃を出してきました. 变成拿出来枪. Right? So we can also say in this way lah. Okay? We can also say, for example, this word dashimasu is very, very interesting also. So dashimasu, the word dashi, the kanji is this one. So this means dashi. Alright, so dashimasu. So for example, we have this, just now we learned, right, the omoimasu, omoi dashimasu. But we can also say omotte dashimasu. The te form version. But more people will use the omoi dashimasu. It depends. Alright, so I wanted to connect this waraimasu with dashimasu. So basically it's like 笑出来. Right? Warate dashimashita. Usually we don't say warate dashimashita. We just combine and say warai dashimashita. So 笑出来. Right? 他笑出来了. Something like that. So in Japanese we can combine two verbs together in this way. So we don't really need to use the something need then the verb. Like verb need then verb. We not necessarily we need to use that. Sometimes we can use the te form. Sometimes we can just remove the mas and just put it in front. Like omoi dashimashita. That kind of thing. Right? So in this case we can also use like that. Te form and then ikimasu or kimasu. Alright. We will learn more about how to use them when we come across them. Okay, next one. Kotoba. Abunai. This is the E adjective. I don't know why they never mentioned. Abunai is the E adjective. So abunakunai. Abunakute. Abunai is the E adjective. Then deskara. Then you learn about dakara. Dakara is the casual version, the less polite version. Right? Dakara. Next we have hayaku. It comes from the word hayai. Right? Hayai means early or fast. Right? So hayaku also means early, like in Malay we say cepat lah, which is like 快点 lah. Okay? So you can think of it as how do you describe 快点? Like you are telling someone to be faster. It's like adverb, you know, like very fast and then faster, that kind of thing. So when you drop the E sound and then you put a ku in, you are telling people to like do this thing like faster. It's like to add a ER, like something ER at the back. Faster, slower, bigger, smaller. Right? So okiku, sukunaku, chisaku. Right? So you're just doing a comparison. Like you're just telling the person, I want bigger, I want smaller, I want faster, I want slower. Right? So you're just describing it. You're giving it how do you say the change from fast to faster? Is it an adverb? I think so, right? Faster is an adverb, right? Yeah, so just change it to an adverb lor. Faster. Right? So hayaku it means earlier, it means faster. Osoku means later or late or slower. Right? So osoku has a few meanings lah. It can be slow, it can be late. Right? Then this hayaku and osoku also have te form also. So hayakute, osokute. Remember? Yeah. So we can also use it as a adjective te form. Right? But if it's just ku alone, it is the adverb lah. The faster, slower, bigger, smaller. Okay, we move on. Yeah. Very rude way to say oi. In Singlish we say oi. In Japanese they say yeah. It's like macam the guy no name. Right? But it's a rude way to say hi. Please don't use this. It's a very casual way to say hi to someone. Like if you see a brother out there, your siblings, yeah. Oi. Right? You see Korean drama, they always like yeah. Same usage. Right? But it's very, very casual. You don't use yeah on your boss. The next day you will not be in the company already. Okay? So usually when you say yeah, that means you're going to scold the guy already. So usually we don't use yeah that often. Okay. Kega. Karada. Naorimasu. Okay, so this naorimasu and this is a V T. This is a VT. Hey, wait oh, this is a VI. Sorry, VI. This is a VI, correct. So let me tell you why it's a VI. Okay, so you see this word get well and recover, right? So when your body falls sick, what is the thing that's helping you recover? Medicine. Your white blood cells, right? Your T cells. So you see, you are not the one repairing your own body. You are not the one healing yourself, right? So that's why we don't say the VT, right? When we say get well, it's more of 治ります。早く治ってください, right? We don't say 早く治してください. So the other way to say like, okay, so 治ります also means like repair or basically you get something from a poor state into a better state, right? So the other way, the VT version, we call it 治します. Okay, 治します is when you physically go and repair something. Okay, for example, the computer is spoiled. コンピューターを直してください。コンピューターを直します。Right, コンピューターを直します. That one is VT, correct. You repair the computer. But however, your own body, we don't say like 体を直してください. Like please repair your own body. Right, we don't say so because your own body you can't heal yourself. It's ultimately is your body, the cells that heal you, or the doctor that heal you, or the medicine that heal you. So in the case when you want to wish someone like speedy recovery, or you want to say someone, oh please recover, or please recover your body, right? We will say 治ります. So 治ります, as you can see, the text form here is a group 1. So the group 1 text form will be 治って. 所以 that's why you will say 早く治ってください. Right? 早く治ってください. So like please get well soon. 治ってください. Right? So you're telling the person like please get whoever or whatever is treating you to recover you or heal you faster. Right? Instead of like please get well soon. So the literal meaning is like you're telling the third party thing, whatever that is healing you, please hurry up. Right? So 治ってください versus 治してください. So 治してください means it's like 可以快点修理吗? Can you faster repair? Right? So the person involved that you're saying to is the one that is physically directly repairing the thing himself. Right? For example, the radio broke down, then you tell him, oh 直してください please fix my radio. Right? But if the person is sick and then you don't tell him 直してください like what you expect him to do? just open his body and repair himself. Like Iron Man like that, no lah. So this is why the difference between 治ります and 直します. Right, the intransitive form, the intransitive form and the transitive form. Yes.
So it's valid to tell the doctor
直します.
to do that to the patient.
Yes. Like 私の体を直してください. Like please repair my body. It's okay to tell the doctor that. Good question, I was about to say that, man. Good question. Right, so yeah, so to the doctor who is healing you, you can say 直してください. If you tell the doctor 直ってください, the doctor please get well soon. So please use the right one when you see doctor. Right? You want the doctor to heal you, not the doctor heal himself. So 直してください. 私を直してください. Like please fix me. Right? Can? That's the difference lah. Basically it's very funny the 治ります and 直します. I saw a video once on YouTube tell the doctor to repair himself. Yeah, it was quite funny. Like you are the one sick, then you tell the doctor please get well soon. Yeah, so please understand which one is the one that say get well soon and which one is the one that say please fix something. Alright, I mean both is still fix something lah, but who is the one doing it is the question. Is the thing here. Okay, let's move on. ごめんなさい. ごめんなさい. しばらくですね. しばらくですね. Right? Just now I told you the ku is just to like make it into an adverb, right? But in this case, しばらく is not an adverb. It itself is a word by itself. It just means like for a while, for quite some time, right? For quite some time ですね. So it's like 很久了 hor, something like that. So just tell the other party like implying that it has been a long time since I last saw you. Right? You're just implying that it has been a long time since I last saw you. Right? しばらくですね. しばらくでしたね. Right? That means that, oh, 很久了 Next. よかったです. よかったです. Right? Remember the 良い, right? Means good, right? So 良い past tense is よかった. よかったです. That means that it was good. Basically, it means shiok but past tense lah. Right? Right? It was shook, right? Okay, then we move on to the last one. 気をつけてください。気をつけてください。Alright, basically, please take care of yourself. Please pay more attention to your health. Right? 気をつけてください。Okay, thank you very much. We will go back to the. No, we're not ending lesson here. Let's go back to the. Let's go back to the textbook. Lesson 17. Amazing. Okay, great. Lesson 17. 文系1。私を忘れないでください。Right? You want to read also? Right? So, remember, 忘れます。Right? 忘れます。Negative version is 忘れません。Right? 忘れません。Then I told you, what if I told you 忘れません is the polite version? I have a way casual version to say negative form. Right? This is where our 9 comes in. Right? We have learned 9 before already. Remember? 暑い、暑くない。Right? 暑くない simply means not hot. Right? So in this case, 忘れません. We just drop the ません, we put in the ない. 忘れない. It will become our casual way to say don't remember. Right? So, for example, 食べません、食べない. Don't eat. Right? 食べない. 食べません and 食べない is the same meaning. Just that 食べません is the polite form. 食べない is the casual form. Right? So 食べない is something that you shouldn't be using with your superior or your colleagues whom you are speaking with professionally. Right? Because ない is a casual form. You should use it only with like inside your family, using with people who are lower status to you. Right? So this is what we call the ない form, which is the negative form. Right? In your textbook, we probably have a table somewhere, here. So if you are interested to understand the ない form, you can refer to this page. I mean, we'll talk about it in a while lah. Wait. Okay, so 忘れない. Then how we make it into a te form? Remember our noun インド人で. インド人で. So think of it as 忘れないで. Right, so we are trying to make it into a te form by putting the で. So 忘れないで. So it becomes a te form. So 忘れないで. If it's a te form, then we can just ぴゃください behind. Right? 忘れないでください. Right? Te form ください. Remember? We learned it previously. Te form ください. Now we just put in the negative only. Okay? Yeah. So 忘れないでください. So do not forget me in a sense. Right? So do not forget me, please. Right? The ください is please, right? So do not forget me, please. 请不要忘记我. Okay? Not that difficult, right? I mean, it's everything we learned before. Just put the puzzle together only. The de we learned before, the negative form we learned before, the ください we learned before. So it's just how we combine all this together into one phrase. Right? So negative form is the ない form. Add a de because of the previously we learned the インド人で handsome で. Right? Just change it. Just put in a de to make it into a te form. Then ください. Right? Take ください. Right? Do not forget me, please.
Then how do you make it formal?
The ending is the one that makes it formal. So 忘れないでください. So it's okay to use ない form, but you need to have something behind. So ください is the one that makes it polite. You see? So remember just now I told you the tense also. 朝起きてリンゴ食べて学校へ行きました. Right? The last one is the one, the last word is the one that will determine the politeness of the sentence as well as the tense of the sentence. The last verb is the very important one. So in this case, ください is the most important guy here. He will tell the tense of the entire sentence, right? Whether it's a polite one or is it So ください, right? The casual version is くれ. So, 忘れないでくれ. That one is polite. If you say that, that one is casual. So if you say that, the person like macam your kakek, your people below you. Yeah. So you are using kudasai, it's already polite already. Kure is the one that's rude. Right? So you're already giving a higher level one already. Yeah. Of course you got an even higher level than kudasai one. Have. 忘れないでいただけませんか? Alright, that one even higher level. We will learn that soon lah, huh? I mean like E3. Okay? Moving on, number 2. 研究生は毎日勉強しなければなりません. Okay. Very easily, just remember this しなければなりません. These 10 hiragana letters together as M-U-S-T. Must. Right? Very simply, must. But if you want me to talk about the technicals of it, okay, I can break it apart and tell you why is it equals to must. Okay? But first you write it down first. This is just equals to must. Must do this action. So 勉強しなければなりません means I must study. Then you might be thinking, why Japanese the must so long one? Sorry, there's no other way, easier way to say must already. This is the easiest way already. Okay? Then the bracket below. 勉強しないといけません. Right? So it's also one letter less, one hiragana letter less, it also equals to must. Right? Let me explain why it equals to must. So 勉強しない. 勉強しません change to ない form. 勉強しない. Right? So the ない we can change to this form called the ければ form. Right? This is advanced grammar. Huh? So basically this ければ simply means if you don't do so. Right? So しない is don't, right? Then ければ is just if. So if you don't do so, so basically if you don't study, なりません. So なりません come from the word なります. なります means to become, right? To become something. So なりません is the negative version of don't become. Basically don't become. So to put it simply, the direct translation for this is, if you do not study, you do not become. Right? 你不读书你不成才. Right? So you don't become something. Right? So you don't do this, you don't become. So equals to must. Do lah. Yeah. But basically, to put it very simply, if you don't want to know the background of this literal translation, just remember it as M-U-S-T. Must. Okay? Then how to change to past tense? なりませんでした. Alright? Very easy. Is there a なります? Sorry, don't have. The must is just a negative form. Alright? So you have to memorize this. しなければなりません. Then the one below. I don't really want to introduce this to you, but if you are interested, sure. Because you only need to know one must. Why would you need to learn two must? Right? Just one will do already. Two will screw up your mind. But anyways, if you are interested, the one in the bracket, 勉強しない. Right? We know already, 勉強しない means don't study, right? So 勉強しないと. Right? This と particle, right, is different from the one that we learned previously. It's not the accompaniment one. Okay? This と is also acting like a if. But instead of a if, it's more like a it's more like a conditioner, right? It makes a condition like you have to do this. So 勉強しないと if you don't study, right? Like conditionally if you do not study, いけません. So previously we talked about いけません, right? It is a higher level grammar as well. So this と is also higher level grammar. So いけません is a higher level grammar to say can go or cannot go. So いけます is can go. いけません is cannot go. So 勉強しないと. So if you don't fulfill this condition, then you cannot go. Right? So if you don't fulfill this condition, it's an NG. Right? So in a way like don't fulfill condition, NG. That means cannot lah. So which means equals to must. Right? That means you must do. So 2 negative equals to 1 plus. Right? 2 negative. Still this 9 and the いけません, the ません is a negative. So 2 negative equals to 1 positive. That means you must. You must do it. Yeah. Anyways, don't think too much into this grammar yet. This is higher level grammar. It's like almost N4 level also have. You will learn this in N4. So please don't pay too much attention to what I just said. Just remember this as M-U-S-T. Must. Okay, しなければなりません. Just remember one of it will do. And the most common one is the しなければなりません. Okay, Japanese people will also use the しなければなりません more often. The bracket one is more, people still say lah, but it's more rare. Okay, しなければなりません. Next, number 3. Okay, sorry, number 2. So basically, you just need to change to the 9 form. Okay, so for example, 忘れなければなりません. I must forget. Right, so I just need to put the 9 form. The 9 form, you drop the last E, you put in your ければなりません. That's all, very simple. Right, you see the な, right? 勉強しなければ. So this な is the start of the 9. So whatever form in front, you just form the negative form. Okay, we'll talk about how to transform into negative form in a while. Just bear with me for a while. Number 3. 今お金を払わなくてもいいです。So we learned something くてもいいです。Right? The てもいいです。We learned it before, right? So now I'm telling you, we can actually connect the negative form as well. So 払います。払います。Right? So the negative form for 払います is 払わない。払わない. We'll talk about this in a while. Don't be too bothered about it. 払わない. So 払わない. I dropped the last E. Right? 払わなくてもいいです. Right? I just put in the くてもいいです. So the 9 form, but instead of the last I dropped the last I put in the くてもいいです. So 払わなくてもいいです. So I don't need to pay. Also okay. Right? Win 了咯，不用给钱也可以. Right? Don't need to pay also can. Yeah, now you can see why our Singlish is a bit like Japanese. Don't need to pay also can.
Is it easier for them to pick up English?
I would think so. For Japan, but I never heard of. I have one Japanese friend who can speak English very well. He studied 4 years of NUS with me. So by the end of his 4 years, his English is as good as Singaporean already. He was featured on Jeep Oji-san's YouTube video. He's the one that works at Amazon. The Amazon one. The Amazon guy. His English really quite good. Yeah. Okay, so any questions about the negative? This all the particles here. We go into the negative now. Can So basically, it's just what we learned before lah. Te kudasai, kute mo ii desu, and then there's the new thing that we learn here is shinakereba narimasen. Okay, which means equals to must do this. Okay, we go and talk about this 9 form first. Let's go on to 2 page later. Yeah. So Singlish is like cannot do cannot. Okay, number 1. Renshu A, number 1. 9K. So 9K basically it just means 9 form. Right, the NAI form. The negative form basically. So you can see on the rightmost column, group 2 and group 3 again. Yes, hello to them again. So let's start from the easiest one, group 3. So group 3, you can see this kimasen, right? The second one, kimasen. So kimasen is just basically 不来, right? Don't come. So the negative form, the casual negative form, right, will be konai. So can you see like what is the connection between kimasen and konai? Sorry, there's no connection. It's just like hello, I just want to be konai. Right? It's not even kinan. It's not even kinan, he just konai. Right? So it's like, oh yeah, I just want to be konai. Right? So this kimas is very troublesome. The te form is like kite. The 9 form is like konai. Yeah. Then we go on to the next one. 勉強しません. 勉強しません. Right? 勉強しません. We just need to drop the ません and put in the 9. So 勉強しない. 勉強しない. Easy, right? Same as the te form. Drop the mas, put in the te. This one drop the ません, put in the 9. Simple. Group 3 very easy. Very cooperative, very nice. You can even remove the shimasen and just say 勉強ではない. But what is benkyo de wa nai? Nai is just casual way for saying arimasen. So benkyo de wa arimasen. Okay. So yeah, so basically I'm asking you what is the difference between benkyo de wa arimasen versus benkyo shimasen? Benkyo de wa arimasen. Benkyo shimasen. Think of it. Benkyo alone is a noun. So noun de wa arimasen. It is not study. It is not study. Benkyo shimasen. Do not study. So this is the primary difference lah. But anyways, what I wanted to say is arimasen we can change it into nai. Right? So arimasen, the casual way to say is nai. For example, okane ga arimasen, okane ga nai. Okane ga nai. So if you want to say like benkyo de wa nai or benkyo de wa arimasen, you can also say benkyo de wa nai. Okay, benkyo de wa nai. Okay, then we move on to the group 2. Also very simple, group 2. They are always very cooperative. I love the group 2 as well. Basically, drop the masen, put in the nai. Tabemasen, drop and put in nai. Tabe nai. Tabe nai. Next one, wasure nai. Ire nai. Tsuke nai. Minai. Okinai. Inai. Right, the last one, imasen. Right, imasen, just change to inai. Right, inai simply means not around. Right? Then you might be thinking, wow, what if I accidentally say this nai form in front of my boss? Would it be rude to them? If you accidentally say the nai form, for example, they ask you, do you remember? Hey, you want to say you don't remember. Don't remember is omoidase nai. Okay, let's use a more easier one. I don't understand. Wakaranai. Wakarimasen, right? Wakarimasen. Wakaranai. Okay, sorry, this is group 1 already, sorry. Is there any easier one? Okay, never mind, let's talk about group 1 first before we go into that. How to save yourself from this polite trap. From this casual trap. Okay, so group 1. Yeah, welcome to group 1 again. So you can see on the leftmost column, the first one, kakimasen. Kakimasen. We change the ki to a ka. Right? Ki sound change to ka sound. So kakimasen. Kaka nai. Kaka nai. Next one, kimasen. Kika nai. Kika nai. Right? Kikimasen change to kika nai. So basically all the ki just change to ka only. Right? The character just before the mask. Change the ki to ka. Simple. Next, nugimasen. Right? Nugimasen means to remove, don't remove. Right? So nugimasen. Nugi, the gi just change to ga. So nuga nai. Gi change to ga. Nuganai. 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 Okay, the other one, isogimasen. Isoganai. Isoganai. Okay, next. Yomimasen. Right? Mi just change to ma. Right? The I sound just change to the A sound. Yomimasen. Yomanai. Yomanai. Next one. Nomimasen. Nomanai. Yasumimasen. Yasumanai. Yasumanai. So far so good, easy, right? Just change the letter from I to A only, so easy. Right? Easier than Tefom. Next. Oyobimasen. Oyobimasen means don't call. Right? 不要叫. Right? So B just change to ba. Oyobanai. Yobanai. Right? Yobanai. So don't call. Asobimasen. Asobanai. Asobanai. Don't play. Right? Asobanai. So B just change to ba only. The I just change to A only. Good, ah? Then we come on to the next one. Next, the middle column. Torimasen. Torimasen means don't take. Right? The RI change to RA. Right? So RI, D sound change to the ra sound. Right? Torimasen. Toranai. Toranai desu. Toranai. 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 Kirimasen. Kiranai. Shirimasen. Shiranai. Right? This is where you all hear the shiranai, where it comes from now. Shiranai. 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 Right? D just change to ra. Then the next one doesn't make sense anymore already. That's where our pain will start. Machimasu, to wait. Machimasen, don't wait. So machimasu. Why not machanai? No, sorry, not machanai. So instead of cha, we change it to ta. So matanai. 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 Then tachimasen, tatanai. Tatanai. Right, tachimasen, tatanai. Then mochimasen, motanai. 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 Right, so chi change to ta. Okay? Then we move on to the next one, the e guys. So we have a kaimasu, kaimasen. Kaimasen, then what? E cannot change to a, become kanai. No, right? So this e will change to a wa sound. So instead of like e, instead of a, just a alone, it becomes a wa. So kaimasen, kawanai. Kawanai. Then suimasen, suimasen, suwanai. Suwanai. Then imasen. Imasen means don't say. Imasen means don't say. Iwanai. 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 So imasen just change to iwanai. Right, so far so good. Then our last few guys. So you realize why these guys are finally in group 1. Because, right, remember our group 2 is just to drop the masen and then just put in a 9, right? But these guys here, they do not just drop that. Right, so instead their kashimasu becomes kasanai. Right, so that's why they're in group 1. Right. Their tear form is just drop the mask, put in the tear. Yes, that one looks like group 2. Yes, they act like group 2. But however, now the negative form is aligned with group 1 already. Right. So this is why these guys are in group 1. Right. So kashimasen, kasanai. Dashimasen, dasanai. Right, dasanai, 拿不出. Right. 出不了啦, okay? Dasanai. Okay, dasanai. Right, the she sound just change to the sa. She change to sa. So far, so good. The differences between all the groupings. I think the group 2 and group 3 is the easiest. The one no brainer. Group 1 is the problem. The one I have to try to memorize. Alright. Okay, then back to how we can make this 9 form more polite. Right, so how to save yourself? Just use this. Okay, that's always say the day. Right? 忘れないです。食べないです。Right? 食べない means I don't eat, right? So I don't eat this. Right? 食べないです。Right? That means I don't eat. Right? This is the reason why we don't put a des behind masen, because masen is already polite. Right? You don't say 食べませんです。食べません is already polite. So 食べません change to 食べない。食べないです then becomes the polite version. So it's like you put in the des to neutralize the negative part of it. Yeah, so it becomes polite again. Alright, so I do this all the time now. I like to use the knife form more. Because the knife form is more, it's more cool to say it. Then after that, if you forget to say the des, oh shit, then you put in a des. 食べないです。忘れないです。So that's how you say yourself. Yeah, for me, I prefer to use the knife form. Yeah. Even you can save yourself even if you are using the other casual versions. Like you will learn a lot more casual version from now on. For example, the ta form got their casual version. Then the dictionary form, ikimasu, also have a dictionary form, which is what we call the casual form. Right? Ikimasu, we just change to iku. Yeah, that one is casual form. So you can just say like ikun desu. Yeah. 食べたんです。食べた is past tense, that means I ate. Right? 食べた is like rude, it's like casual. So how to save yourself? You put a です食べたんです to save yourself. Yeah. So I always go for the casual one. Then I will be like です to save myself at the end. Yeah. So that's how you can like add in the politeness at the end of the Japanese. Okay. So that's the 9 form. Have we talked about the conversation yet? No, we haven't yet. Okay. 2 person. D and Tanaka-san. Okay, I will start first. ごめんください。田中さんはいますか? So 田中さんはいますか? You realize we are using wa and not ga, right? right? So we are asking whether this person in the subject, Tanaka-san, right, is around, right? So he exists or not. So we're asking whether he's around, right? We are not saying that he exists. So Tanaka-san ga imasu. We are saying that he is around or not, right? This subject is around or not. Okay, next line. Tanaka-san says, yeah. Wow, so rude, yeah. Yeah, Lee-san, しばらくですね. Wow, this guy damn casual, okay. しばらくですね. Because usually we don't say しばらくですね to, although it's polite, but we don't use it to someone who you want to pay respect to. Instead, we will use what we learned in the first lesson, 久しぶりですね. Remember that? Our E1 first lesson. お久しぶりです. Right? So we will use that actually. We will say like, 久しぶりですね. Instead of like しばらくですね. Because しばらく is like very casual. It's like, wow, like, long time, huh? Okay, next. 怪我は治りましたか? So 怪我 is injury. So about the injury, is it healed? Right? 治りました. Right? Past tense, 治りましたか? Has it healed? Then Lee replies, はい、もう大丈夫ですから. Right? What is もう? What is もう here? Already. Right? So もう大丈夫ですから. 心配しないでください. So 心配しない comes from 心配しません. Right? 心配します. 心配します means it is to be worried. So 心配しません means do not worry. So 心配しないで, like please do not be worried. Right? 心配しないでください. Right? Please don't be worried. Right? Then Tanaka replies, それは良かったですね. それは良かったですね. So it's like, oh, about that, good. That means like he recovered already, good. Good that you recovered. Then Lee-san says, もう9時ですね. Like already 9 o'clock ですね. 帰らなければなりません. Right? Oh, I must go back. Right? In short, I must go back. Right? 帰らなければなりません. It's very hard to pronounce this. This なければなりません too long already. It's like a tongue twister, very hard to pronounce. So 帰らなければなりません. I must go back. Then Tanaka replies, じゃあ体に気をつけてください. Right? 体に so to your body, please pay attention. Okay? Then Lee says, はい、ありがとうございます. Alright, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any question about the conversation? If don't have, we have 2%. Who is interested? As usual, nobody. Okay lah, Damon and Jun lah. Okay lah. Damon can be Tanaka, Jun can be Lee. どうぞ。
ごめんください。誰かさんはいますか？
Good.
Yeah. Lee-san.
Like want to fight, Okay, yeah, Lee-san.
しばらくですね.
Okay, good. Next line. 怪我
怪我は
治り
治りましたか?
はい、もう大丈夫ですから心配しないですください。
Okay, good.
それは良かったですね.
Okay, very good.
もう9時ですね。帰らなければなりません。
Very good.
じゃあ体に気をつけてください.
Okay, very good.
ありがとうございます。
Okay, very good. I think the intonation for these two is pretty good. Yeah, not bad. Just that the 気をつけて 気をつけて a bit just now, but I think it's fine. You just save yourself. Okay, so I think it's okay. 気をつけて and the しなければなりません. A bit hard to pronounce, right? Need a lot more practice. It comes with experience. You have to say it many times to get the tongue twister. Yeah, you want to try? Everybody want to try? しなければなりません. Right, try to say it fast. Try to say it fast is the thing. 知らなければなりません. Just keep practicing this one. This 10 letters very hard to pronounce very fast. Yeah, you need a lot of practice. Right. Tough, right? しなければなりません. 食べなければなりません. Basically must do something. There's actually another way to say must also lah. I find it much more shorter though. But I don't know why the textbook like to start with this shinake banarimasen. So usually Japanese people or rather those seasoned in Japanese, they will usually will say like the te form. For example, tabete wa ikemasen. That means that I must go and eat. Alright, I must go and eat. I must eat. Yeah, tabete wa ikemasen. So that one is much shorter. I don't know why they don't teach it as must. But I mean, tabete wa ikemasen also have another meaning. It also means like cannot eat. So I think that they don't want to confuse you all in the first place. So for example, shite wa ikemasen. That means like if I don't do this cannot. Something like that. But anyways, you all just stick to shinakereba narimasen first. This is the most default must in Japanese. Okay. Then I will end the lesson right here. If you have any questions, just feel free to check with me. Yeah. Otherwise, I will end the lesson here. The homework will be lesson 6